gets the goal for the Washington we're on the Devils. Sorry, 16-8-2 for the New Jersey Devils. 5-4 winners over the Wings.
You jump ahead. Jacob Chikrin with the overtime game winner for the Caps today as they beat the Islanders.
Chikrin with the OT winner. The Islanders are up 4-2 in that game, as we mentioned earlier. They are the worst. They've given up the most third-period goals in the NHL.
Florida Panthers 6-3 winners over Carolina today.
Lundell knocks it free. Ekblad springs Losterinen. 2-on-1 with Lundell. And to Losterinen, walks in and shoots. Save, rebound, score! Anton Lundell!
So 6-3 win for the Panthers in that one. We'll have more coming up during the intermissions tonight. But up next, we'll hear from interim head coach Joe Sacco as the Bruins take on the Penguins here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda.
The UEFA Champions League is back on Sirius XM FC, and this year it's bigger than ever.
Absolutely ridiculous from Real Madrid. Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Now, with more matches featuring soccer's most iconic clubs as they battle it out for European supremacy.
What a start for Inter! Haaland scores the hat-trick!
From the league phase to the final, the Champions League is on Sirius XM FC 157 and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Give back this holiday season and join the fight against hunger with SiriusXM and Why Hunger's annual donation drive. Bid on items signed by Dave Matthews Band, LL Cool J, Pearl Jam, and many more. Meet country superstar Carrie Underwood at her Reflection residency at Resorts World Las Vegas. Or simply donate. Go to SiriusXM.com/Hungerthon now.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray. The great Snoop Dogg, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady.
That opportunity to beat Al Davis went a long way because he was my friend until he left this earth. And that was a beautiful thing, is that in having that relationship. And I still love the Raiders to this day, especially Tom got his hands on them now, so I know there's something brewing with that, Jim.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
24/7 Hockey Talk.
To understand that you are allowed to legally still check the head, not just the head. The head by itself is a penalty. If you wanted to change it, that would be like in the IIHF. That's probably a penalty at the Olympics. That's probably at the World Juniors. That guy's gone and suspended. I ask you, do you want that?
Sirius XM, NHL Network Radio.
Sirius XM 91.
And on your schedule with the Sirius XM app. The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind Ristolainen, walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, scores!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms. Well, you guys coming off the win on the road the other night, play your third game in 4 days today. We'll talk a little bit about that coming up here. But what did you like about your team's performance overall against the Islanders?
I like the resiliency in our group, especially in the third period. I thought that the first two periods, we're trying to get our legs under us to start, and we did. We had a really good start to the game, actually. We got the 2-0 lead, but we expected a pushback from New York, and they did that. But we didn't waver, really. We stuck with it, especially in the third period where things could get away from us a little bit because it was back-to-back. You know, we had guys playing some minutes in that game, but the resiliency, the determination to play the right way, both goals are a direct result of us playing behind the forecheck, playing behind the opposition, and just working for our offense.
Defensively, we talked with Elias Lindholm in the middle of the game the other night, and he said that most of what the Islanders were creating was coming from mistakes that your team made. How do you clean some of those up?
Well, that's execution, I think, for the most part. We just have to be cleaner coming out of our defensive zone, make sure that we have good support for each other. Our D were under some pressure last game below the goal line, and those are hard plays to make, and that's where you have to know that you know where your teammate's going to be, so that'll allow us to play quicker coming out of our defensive zone. But I just thought that was a byproduct, too, of the back-to-back. Sometimes you're not quite as sharp, and when you're not quite as sharp, fatigue sets in, you start making some mental mistakes. mistakes, but I expect us to clean up those areas tonight.
By and large, though, it seems like since you took over, things have been a lot better from that perspective. We haven't seen those kind of mistakes a whole lot.
No, I think that the group collectively has been buying into our identity as far as how we have to play in order for us to have success. And, we've talked about it, what it is before. And as long as they're in and they understand that this is the opportunity for us to climb in the standings, how we play our identity, hard to play against, keeping the puck out of our net first. Really, it goes back to that, and we've done that. It's a funny game. We played really well against Vancouver the other night. We didn't get any points for it. I thought that we played a better game actually than we did against the Islanders, but we come up with 2 points because we put the puck in the back of the net. So that's obviously important as well.
Well, as you mentioned, that scoring's been kind of at a premium here, and then you guys explode for 6 goals the other night. Especially good to see guys like Zacha be able to cash in, because he's had a lot of scoring chances this year. For whatever reason, they just haven't seemed to go for him.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you want your offensive guys to feel good about themselves, and they do that by obviously helping out offensively, whether it's scoring or creating scoring chances. So you always want to see those guys feel good and put the puck in the back of the net. And I think the focus for us was not worrying about scoring. Just focus on the things that we can control during the course of a game, and you do that individually and do it collectively. The goals will come in. The score will the goals will come. The score will take care of itself for us.
Well, Pasta's a guy who, the goals haven't been there for him, but we see him with 3 assists the other night, and he continues to impact the game, even when they're not going for him necessarily. Like, he shows what a complete player he can really be.
Yeah, he drives offense, obviously, and he did that last game. He made some high-end plays on those goals. Well, a couple of them were off a forecheck, too. So, great stick detailed by David. He's had probably a breakaway in the last 3 or 4 games, if I can remember off the top of my head. So those will eventually go in for him. He's too good of a goal scorer, but helping the team to produce offense in other ways is very important. He did that.
All right, Penguins are here tonight. What kind of a matchup is this for your team?
Well, it'll be an interesting game. It's always these games on Friday after Thanksgiving are tough games to predict, but I would suspect that it's going to be a high-paced game. They're a team that really plays well offensively. They attack well off the rush in zone offensively. They do a good job creating there, too. So I would expect us to make sure that for us, our checking game is in order here tonight. Make them defend. I think that's an area that for us, if we can make them defend, ultimately, hopefully they'll crack, and then we can get some opportunities.
Appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thanks.
Interim head coach Joe Sacco. The Bruins take on the Penguins coming up next. On Wednesday night in New York, the Bruins broke out of their scoring slump in a big way, potting 6 in a win over the Islanders.
Coming to the net, Marchand does and he scores, and the captain's already got 2. Zacha sends one across, shot, they score. And it's Geeky from the left circle, centering pass, score! Zacha on the backhand. Back-to-back goals for Pavel Zacha. It's 5-3.
Now Boston hopes their scoring touch continues as they welcome in the Pittsburgh Penguins for a Black Friday showdown. It's coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, shot, it's all tied up.
Cam Neely. Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick, and the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, Ticketmaster, Charles D. Sheehy, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th backhand score on a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
The Pittsburgh Penguins in town to take on the Bruins here at TD Garden. Puck drop just minutes away, and The Bruins looking to make it 4 wins in 5 games under interim head coach Joe Sacco. You said earlier, a chance to really attack a Penguins team that has struggled defensively this year.
It's pretty simple, keys-wise, in terms of what the Bruins have to do here. Just make them defend. I mean, you have to make them defend. If you're going to get to them, I mean, they were up 5-1 the other day against the Vancouver Canucks, so they can score. We know that. But they held on for a 5-4 win. You've got to attack them. You got to continue your defensive, the way that you play good defensive hockey. Minimize your turnovers, at least the ones that are unforced. You know, you had a few of those the other day against the New York Islanders. Maybe it was a back-to-back situation. Maybe it was just a condensed schedule, whatever it is. Come back. You have Thanksgiving. You got a 6:30 start today. Just you continue that good defensive hockey that you've established here for 3 out of the 4 games under Joe Sacco, and then you hope that offensive game continues to snowball because you will get your opportunities today.
Talking to people who cover Pittsburgh this morning at morning skate, they said if that game was a few minutes longer, they would not have survived it.
Exactly. They're a fragile team defensively. That's where you have to attack them.
Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We'll have the opening face-off from TD Garden next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Maz reminding you every day is game day at the DraftKings Sportsbook, and now through the end of the year, it's extra special. All customers will get a special daily promo every single day. Football, basketball, hockey, whatever your favorite sport is, get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook. From profit boosts, odds boosts, no sweat bets, and more, there's something for everyone. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the code SportsHub, and take advantage of special daily promotions. Again, the code is SportsHub. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. 1+ promotion per day. Promotion sport eligibility and requirements vary. Ends December 31st, 2024. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Town Fair Tire.
First of 3 meetings this season between the Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins, the only of the 3 that will take place here at TD Garden. And we're getting ready for face-off. Before we get to that, we go down to ice level for tonight's national anthem to be performed by Todd Angeli.
Welcome, Todd Angeli. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that the Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Todd Angeli with the national anthem, getting set for the Penguins and the Bruins. We look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins is Tristan Jarry. On defense, the pairing of former Bruin Matt Grzelcyk and Chris Letang. And up front, Ricard Raquel, Brian Rust, and Sidney Crosby. For the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman gets a start in goal. Mason Lohrei and Charlie McAvoy are defensemen. And up front, Brad Marchand, Elias Lindholm, Justin Brazo. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Now through the end of the year, all DraftKings customers will get a special daily promo every single day. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code SPORTSUP to take advantage. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Doc Rutstein of Braintree, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Doc will win a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game, courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins on home ice in the traditional black and gold. The Penguins in the white helmets and sweaters with black numbers, yellow trim, and black pants. Boston will go from left to right here in the first period.
Yeah, don't you dare call it black and gold on Pittsburgh, all right?
Off the face-off, it'll come to the near side boards, and McAvoy dumps it in around behind Tristan Jarry, who comes out of the net and plays it back around the near wall. Comes bouncing just out across the blue line before controlled by Elias Lindholm. Pass off the far boards finds Marchand. Lindholm will slap one toward the Pittsburgh zone, but blocked there by Grzelcyk. Played off the near boards and back out to neutral ice. McAvoy quick up for Brazo. Turned over inside the Pittsburgh line. Lohrei will drive it right back in. And both teams get some changes on here in the early going. Matt Grzelcyk will send a pass long up the far side for Michael Bunting. Deep into Bruins territory it goes. Peak wrapped it up the far boards. Geeky couldn't get it out of the zone. Malkin got it down low, and a centering pass by Bunting. Redirected out toward the point, and Swayman had to make a couple of quick saves. Now picked off by Pasternak just inside the blue line. He's headed up ice. Pasternak inside the Pittsburgh zone. Loaded one toward the net. Jarry just going to scoop that up with a glove and hang on.
Yeah, so the Bruins turned this puck over, right, trying to get it out of the zone on the breakout. It was Geeky on his off wing over on the left side. A couple good saves by Swayman, and then Pasternak picks off a turnover by the Penguins in the offensive zone. He's got numbers going up the ice, and the decision to be made by Karlsson is, do you back off and play it like a regular 2-on-1, or do you just attack Pasternak and wait for your back checkers to come? Karlsson attacked Pasternak. He could not get that puck over to a couple of open Bruins towards the front of the net. So pretty good play there by Karlsson, but that's kind of like hit or miss, or kind of feast or famine for him when he plays on the defensive side.
Parker Wotherspoon out near the far point, and on a shot attempt. It'll be moved up ice, and a chance here for Drew O'Connor. Carlo coming back to keep him away from the net. Another giveaway out near the blue line by the Penguins, and Tyler Johnson will lead it forward now. Frederick on the left side, crossing past the Coyle, steps in and scores! Charlie Coyle from the right circle, and just 1:24 in, the Bruins have the lead.
Pretty decent chance by the Penguins, but then just a bad read defensively by Pittsburgh. They've got 3 guys back. You got 2 guys that go to the same guy coming right up the middle of the ice. Coyle's going to be the recipient. They've got 3 guys back. 2 guys go to the same puck carrier. That's going to leave the open passing lane from left wing over to right wing. And Coyle's just wide open. Wow. Just a bad read defensively by the Penguins.
So Charlie Coyle gets his 5th of the year. Snaps a 4-game streak with no points. And the Bruins up 1 early. As it's Koepke along the far circle inside his own zone, dropping one back to Mason Lohrei, backhanded ahead. And here is Koepke stepping into the Pittsburgh zone. Offside was the play.
I mean, so Lazat's on the back check. You've got the puck carrier coming down the left wing side for the Bruins. I believe that was Frederick, was it not?
Yep.
And so, first of all, it was a turnover by the Penguins. So Johnson moves it over to the left wing. He's going to drive through the middle. Cece's going to take Johnson coming to the net, but because you had two guys go at Trent Frederick, that leaves the passing lane wide open from left wing over to right wing to Charlie Coyle, and Coyle beats Jari to the glove side, short side.
Play in the neutral zone here on the stick of Charlie McAvoy. Dumped in deep by Elias Lindholm. Jari backhands it around from behind the net to the far side. It'll come floating free just outside the Pittsburgh blue line. McAvoy tried to play it forward. Here's a 2-on-0. Crosby with a backhand and the rebound by Rust, and Swayman makes a couple of saves.
It's the Bruins' turn to have a little brain cramp, right? Just outside the Penguins' blue line, you have two guys run into one another. And now you've got the wrong guy with the puck on his stick, and that's Sidney Crosby, and Swayman makes a great save with the pad. Crosby's in alone. He actually had two chances. You do not want to get into a track meet with these guys.
Right.
Take care of things. Keep everything in front of you. That's something that the Bruins have talked about and preached since Joe Sacco took over, keeping things in front of you, and it's something they've done well. But now they've allowed a couple good scoring chances by Pittsburgh early on.
Puck cut through. Letang at the blue line, goes all the way back down into Pittsburgh territory. Here's Pasternak off a turnover near circle. Threw one toward the net. Geeky now in the left wing corner. Popped one free. Pasternak down low. Sends one right out into the crease. A scramble for possession. Penguins will come away with it. And they'll be brought ahead by Bunting, but an errant pass, so it'll be an icing against Pittsburgh. Eventful first 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Bruins have a 1-0 lead.
Entertaining for fans, but I think from the Bruins standpoint, it's not a game you want to play with these guys.
No. We talked about some of the miscues in the game against the Islanders the other night, but by and large, over the last 4 games, they've been avoiding some of those mental mistakes.
The first 3 under Joe Sacco, that's for sure.
Off the face-off, puck in the near circle of the offensive zone. Frederick gave it to Coyle. Coyle turns toward the net, throws one in front, blocked off the leg of Malkin, thrown back out in front and scrambled for it, and looking to clear up the middle was Bunting, couldn't get it out of the zone. Johnson played it back around the Pittsburgh net. Jari comes out to play it, gives it along for Grzelcyk, can't get it out. Coyle down low to Johnson, centering pass for Frederick was broken up by Grzelcyk. In that far left wing corner, Coyle sends behind the net to Johnson. Off the near boards, back to Peak at the right point. Over to the far side for Zadorov. Fake the shot. Now plays it around deep again for Coyle at the back of the net. Shields it from Letang. Malkin gets a stick on it. Backhands it through Frederick. Along the far board, Zadorov keeping that alive. Frederick hit the deck. Malkin kicking at that puck. Can't find it. Frederick trying to push it back towards Zadorov at the blue line. Still they scramble for it along the far boards, and now it comes free. Frederick has it on his stick. Played it toward Pasternak, who was backing to the net, but Letang takes away. On the far board, Zacha getting a stick in there, but the Penguins do get it out, right to the red line. Carlo right back across the blue line here for Pasternak. Back to Carlo for a shot, and that one...
Geeky parked in front. That hit Letang. Letang was covering... Pittsburgh could not get a change. Letang's going to the bench in some pain right now.
He's a little shaken up. Pasternak deals it back through neutral ice here for Zacha. Cutting to the left wing side. Zacha gets wrestled to the ice by Erik Karlsson.
Well played by Karlsson there.
Game free into the middle here for Marcus Pettersson. He'll work his way up toward the red line and dump it in.
Karlsson may have had his best game this season. He had 3 helpers the other day. They were saying that they played pretty well.
Here is Pettersson stepping into the left circle. Throws one in front, kicked away by Swayman, out to Rust. Gave it up, got it back, and a one-timer by Rust gets blocked and kicks out of the zone. 15-20 to go here in the first period. Bruins up a goal. Pettersson stops in behind the Penguin net down to our right. Steps out toward the far side circle. Jack St. Ivany will get down into Boston territory. Lori Drew O'Connor to the deck. But caught up underneath him. McAvoy will float it toward the corner. Marchand is there, who plays it up the middle for Brazo just outside the blue line. And from the red line, he dumps into Pittsburgh territory. Brazo gets into the far corner, able to get that puck back onto his stick, drags it out in front. Tried to get it into the crease, but it was blocked.
It's a good stick by Jari, right? He's got the paddle down to make sure that pass doesn't get across.
Beecher gathers it back into the Pittsburgh zone, goes right down the right circle, trying to tuck it in short side, and Jari made the save. Backhanded off the far boards and out by Shea. He's bouncing in the neutral ice with Beauvillier, and Bucks will get deep.
Do a little bit more of that, right? Use that speed. That's good straight ahead speed coming down the right side and take it strong to the net.
Matt Nieto in the far corner for the Penguins. Around the near side it comes to Grizzly. He takes a hit from Kastelik. On the near corner, Pete took a hit from Nieto, but moved the puck around to Zadorov. He'll lift it up off the glass and out, but Penguins come right back in. Nieto sends it around the boards toward that far corner. Tapped loose for Koepke. Koepke able to move it free, and he's got a lane up the left wing side. Moving in left circle. Shot, glove save made by Jari. Drops it back into play.
Chipped that puck past Letang, and he was on his way down the left wing side was Koepke.
Grzelcyk in his own zone here for the Penguins. Will circle back behind his net. 6.5 minutes gone in this first period. Bruins up a goal.
Big hitting.
Hit by Frederick. Took down Letang.
Hit him good.
There's a shot from in tight. Swayman able to make the save against Tomasino. And the Penguins. Swayman another stop along the far post. Here's Malkin, a turnaround shot. That one blocked.
Carlson was trying to go short side high that time from in tight.
Frederick will play a backhander into the attack zone. Johnson trying to center. And Coyle coming down the middle.
Coyle's wide open.
Penguins coming back. Bunting sent it over to the right wing side. Return pass directed wide of the net. Johnson has some space in his own zone. He'll play it across to the far side. Wotherspoon gets it back toward the near side for Carlo. He dumps in from the red line. Both teams were getting some changes on. Near side, St. Ivany played it up toward his own blue line for Rust. Here's Crosby across the line, far side. Crosby gave it up, got it back from Shea, and from a tough angle, whistled one wide of Swayman. In behind the net. Penguins have it. Centering pass on the near side for Crosby, missed. And Marchand just in front of the Boston bench. Ooh, puck came loose, and Elias Lindholm has to chase it, and he'll get to it first inside the Pittsburgh zone.
Yeah, Grzelcyk and Letang are just on the ice on a change. That pass that hit Lindholm, he had a lot of space on the right wing.
Lazat with Beauvillier, and deep it goes behind Swayman. First back around toward the near side. Hickey will push it up the wall. Out of his zone. Zacha tapped it to Pasternak, who had some space in front of him, but couldn't handle it cleanly. Now a pass intended for Zacha missed. That's going to bounce in wide of Jari and draw a whistle for an icing with 11:50 to go here in the first period.
It's a little different brand of hockey than we've seen here recently.
You've been saying, nothing wrong with winning games 2-1. This does not feel like a 2-1 type of a first period so far.
6-5 either, but I'm saying for long-term success, the way the Bruins are comprised, they probably want to be a little bit better defensively. Take advantage of the chances when you can.
Well, something about Black Friday maybe, because you look around the league, there's a lot of goal scoring today. Joe Sacco even mentioned that this morning. Said these, Black Friday games day after Thanksgiving, you never know really what you're going to get.
Well, we're used to the 1 o'clock game, right? We're used to
right.
Or the early game,
start,
right? And that went away, but unfortunately.
Puck played off the near wall into the Boston zone. Pete is there. He'll pass it up the middle to Koepke. Swings it off to the left side. And Zadorov will play it in deep to the Pittsburgh zone. Kastelik gets in there first. Sends one back to the late man coming on Carlo, but his shot gets blocked.
Chari, he's good at that. He got on the shooting lane. Brandon would like to have that one back. He's got some bodies down there.
Wotherspoon inside the Boston zone. Carlo to Koepke along the near side this time. He'll drag it up toward the red line and now backhands it deep into Pittsburgh territory. 11:05 to go here in the first period. Charlie Coyle has the Bruins on the board. Edo kicked it onto his stick, dropped it back to Shea. Inside his own zone, just standing in the near face-off circle. Passes over to St. Ivany. Puck off the skate of Bunting as he came out across the blue line. Bruins have it back, and Wotherspoon fires it in deep. Jari stops it behind the net, sticks it around the far side, but the Bruins will get it back as Coyle deals off for Lori, stepping into a shot, partially blocked. Gets in on Jari, who kicked it off into the corner, and Shea will move it out toward his own blue line. Backhanded ahead by Tomasino. Lori and McAvoy back for the Bruins. Johnson played it up the far wall. Marchand able to pull it away from Bunting and push it up the left wing side before he gets angled off the puck. Penguins with possession in the neutral zone. Rust gets it onto his backhand, plays it just inside the Bruins blue line, but McAvoy right there. Now Lori fires one off to the right side. Marchand kicks it deep into Pittsburgh territory. Grzelcyk will send it around the far boards. Outlet pass finds Rust coming through neutral ice, and he dumps it into the right wing corner. Behind the net, Swayman to play. Zadorov moved it out with some help from Brazo. Now Marchand picked one up, chasing against Pettersson into the far corner of the Pittsburgh end. Cleared out here by the Penguins. 9:35 to go in the first period. He gathers it across the line, gives to Pasternak with a shot tipped by Zacha, goes up and over the net and out of play. So just past the midway point of the first period, and Charlie Coyle gives the Bruins a 1-0 lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
I'm Mariah Carey.
This holiday season, the Queen of Christmas takes over Sirius XM Holly every Monday.
Mariah Mondays.
Sharing her favorite holiday music and stories.
My gift to you.
Celebrating 30 years since Mariah released her first Christmas album.
Happy holidays.
Throughout December, starting Monday on Holly, Channel 79, or at home with a Sirius XM app.
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this NFL season.
Jameis Winston and the Cleveland Browns head to Denver to finish Week 13 of the NFL season. Can the Browns play spoiler again and beat another playoff contender in the AFC, or cover the 7-point spread? We'll break it all down. Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio, Channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Gord Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favorite Sirius XM FC shows on the all-new Sirius XM app, now available for all subscribers.
The best hockey lives here.
Burns gets it back, stick handles to the backhand, moves in front, score!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Nice ovation here at TD Garden for hometown kid Matt Grzelcyk, back for the first time in a visiting uniform after signing a one-year deal in Pittsburgh. 9:29 to go here in the first period, and Bruins have a 1-0 lead. We had another winner in our New England Ford First Five contest. Doc Rudstein of Braintree has won a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers.
Kind of funny seeing Matt Grzelcyk in a Pittsburgh Penguin uniform, but that's some really good years here. I mean, you fulfill a dream, right? Go up in Charlestown, end up playing for your hometown, and Father John got the day off today. They got the camera on him here, up in the crowd watching.
Face-off win by the Bruins as Lori gets it from McAvoy. Grzelcyk, by the way, wearing number 24 for Pittsburgh, instead of his typical 48 that he wore here. Played behind the Pittsburgh net here by Pettersson. Up the right side it comes for Lazat. Zacha takes it off his stick.
You got a couple BU guys behind the bench as well for the Penguins, right? And Mike Sullivan and David Quinn.
All kinds of...
There's a lot of BU connections today.
There's BU, there's BC. They're all over the place. Puck chopped up into the air, kicked along by Lazat. Zacha gets in the way. Now Lori able to sweep one out toward the blue line and out of the zone. Pettersson backing up toward his own end. Both teams getting some changes done here with 8:40 to play in the first. Bruins have a 1-0 lead. Malkin from the blue line dumps it in wide of Swayman. Wiping out in the far corner was Tomasino. Puck lifted over the head of Bunting. And a race up ice. Johnson's going to get to it first around St. Ivany. On the left wing circle. Drops it back to Wotherspoon. A one-timer with traffic in front.
I don't know if St. Ivany was surprised by Johnson getting there as quickly as he did or just slow on that play. But Johnson blew right by him.
Frederick takes away a Malkin pass on the back check. The Penguins get it right back. And a shot straight on by Tomasino. Save made at the top of the crease by Swayman. No rebound. We've got 8:05 to play here in the first period. Bruins have a 1-0 lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Remember driver's ed? Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. Sound advice. Yet with all the new technology in cars today, touchscreens, cameras, cell phones, there's a lot of distracted drivers out there. Here's more sound advice. Talk to an independent agent about safety insurance. Make sure you and your family have the protection you need to navigate a world filled with distractions. Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
DQ presents the sound of your next DQ meal. It's the sound of savoring a signature stack burger, chicken strip basket, or $7 meal deal. Oh, it's quiet because they're too busy enjoying their DQ food. Grab yours at participating U.S. locations today. DQ, happy tastes good.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Everything is better on ice.
It scores through the legs. He's done.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
8:05 to go here in the first period. Bruins have a 1-0 lead over the Penguins. We were mentioning a moment ago the coaching matchup of BU guys.
Oh, yeah. I mentioned the two guys behind Pittsburgh's bench. Of course, Joe Sacco behind the Bruins bench. So, yeah.
But you've got St. Ivany out of BC. You've got Ryan Shea out of Northeastern. He's a Milton native. Kevin Hayes is a BC kid. Grizzlick, who went to BU. You've got Matt Nieto, who's also a BU alum. So,
Charlie Providence.
That's right. Puck comes through Rust in the neutral zone. It'll angle in wide of Swayman. And a icing here against Pittsburgh. 7:52 to go in the first. 1-0 Bruins.
Yeah, for Pittsburgh, you've got, you re-signed Letang and Malkin a couple years ago, right? And you made the decision to bring in Carlson. But this is a team that, there's really very little toughness to this team. If things aren't going right, and they're not a physical team. They're a team that's got to win on offense, and because they don't defend very well, the goaltending hasn't been great. It leads to the numbers you're seeing for them in terms of their goals against and the goal differential. And look, the Bruins haven't been off to a good start either. But if we're talking about Pittsburgh specifically, it's a flawed team, and where are they going? What is their direction? With guys, Sidney Crosby's over 37 years old and still playing at a high level. What direction are they going?
Crosby, Malkin, Letang, it's an aging leadership core there. And as Pete backhands it along the near boards, Marchand sending toward the corner.
All those guys, especially Malkin and especially Crosby, they're all hitting huge milestones in terms of, what they've accomplished throughout their career, but what are they as a team?
Right. Here's Crosby into the Bruins zone. Try to center one. Taken away by Marchand. Sends Lindholm up the far side. Cutting toward the middle as they come across the line. Good play by Marchand to keep that puck alive. Takes a shot as Brazo floated in front. And a big collision along the end board.
CC's going to get a penalty for... Zadorov was off balance. CC didn't hit him that hard, but Zadorov was off balance and he went into the boards hard. Face first or...
Just now getting back up off a knee is Zadorov.
The Bruins didn't have a power play last game against the Islanders. They're going to get one here.
Zadorov looks like he's all right as he gets back to the bench.
It's Shea. My bad.
What that's
talking about? Shea. I'm still in a turkey coma. My bad.
They call it trip against Ryan Shea, Milton, Mass native. So it's 7:05 to go, as you mentioned. First time we've seen the Bruins power play since Tuesday.
Yeah. And it wasn't even much by Shea. He just kind of whacked, but Zadorov was off balance and went into the boards a little awkwardly.
It's more of a slash across the knee there.
I don't know. Number 5 used to play for Pitt. Whatever.
Somewhere deep in the recesses of the brain after 28 years, right? So face off in the offensive zone. Bruins.
Get the fine jar out. I owe some money into it.
I'm not in a position to find anybody at this point. Here's McAvoy. High slot with a shot. Knocked aside by Jarry. Out toward the blue line, and it'll be brought ahead by Lazat, short-handed. Pulls up just inside the Boston blue line, and we get a whistle.
They said he put himself
offside. He was all by himself.
But he had possession of the puck.
Yeah, I thought so too.
He doesn't necessarily agree with it either. Lazat doesn't. He's probably right.
The Bruins power play with goals in 3 straight games, but was held scoreless against Vancouver on Tuesday night. And then, as you mentioned, no chances against the Islanders. They're 3 for their last 18 over the 5 games. As Lindholm gets it back into the attack zone. He'll sweep it down toward the right wing corner. Zacha hit and held there by Letang. Puck came toward the slot, but angled quickly out of his zone by Achari.
That's the play to use, right? You've got 3 Penguins over on that one side. Achari's alone in the middle. The Bruins are trying to outnumber the Penguins down there. That's the open man to get the puck down ice.
Pastrnak will bring into neutral ice. Off to the left side for Marchand. Gets a puck free to Zacha. Now out of the left wing corner, it's McAvoy to Marchand. Works his way down toward the hash marks left side. Pastrnak trying to one-touch a pass. We got a penalty coming up. They're going to get Marchand for interference.
He fell down.
He and Letang both ended up on the ice in the corner, but
he ended up interfering with Letang, but it's because he fell down. He wasn't. Is that interference when you fall down? I guess it is. I mean, he did interfere with him, but he lost his balance. Right. And slid into Letang's legs.
So the minute...
That's a weird penalty.
Yeah, with 1:04 to go on the penalty to Shea, teams will go to 4-on-4 here with 6:09 to go in the period.
Marchand moved the puck, and he was starting to go through, and he kind of toe-picked, and he ended up taking out Letang. It wasn't intentional.
No, not at all.
But he did interfere with him.
So 4-on-4 hockey here for 1:04. And then the Penguins would have an abbreviated power play at the back end of this. Off the face-off win by Coyle. It'll come behind the net with Lohrei. Tyler Johnson skates in front of Swayman and then hands it off for Pete. Pete will bring it all the way out to the red line. Still moving forward, trying to stick handle in across the line, and nearly did. Instead, the Penguins get it back out. Now a foot race down the other end of the ice with Crosby and Lohrei. Lohrei into the near corner. Behind the net, Pete will take it from there.
Crosby got the benefit of a no icing call on that one.
Here's Coyle.
Just when you get that many points in your career, you get that benefit of the doubt on that call.
Brought back ahead by the Penguins. Drop pass off for Letang to the left circle. Coyle gets a stick in the way of a pass. It'll come back to Pettersson to the point. Over to the far side. Beauvillier working his way along the blue line. Now skates it to the left circle. Peels back toward the blue line again. Pass over to Letang. Winds and fires, and that's blocked in front. 6 seconds before the Penguins get their man back and start the power play. Lazat send it toward the slot. Beauvillier again back toward the blue line. Shea comes out of the box. He'll head to the bench as the Penguins try to get a power play unit out there. Beauvillier walks it back out into neutral ice away from Tyler Johnson. Bruins do a quick change as well. Malkin sends it around the boards. 40 seconds to go in the Pittsburgh power play. It'll come back around toward the near side. Beecher races over to beat Malkin to it. Behind the net, Zadorov has it and gets an easy clear up the middle.
Pretty good composure right there between Beecher, Carlo, And then Zadorov making sure that they make the right play. Zaka got back first on it as well.
Bringing up into neutral ice was Carlson, drops it back, and Malkin pushed it along far side. It'll come across near side to Crosby, just inside the Bruins zone. Malkin trying to get it back to Crosby, picked off by Zaka, and another clear. 10 seconds to go on the Marchand penalty. Bruins lead 1-0, 4:12 to go here in the first. As the Penguins step out toward neutral ice, Marchand will come out and join the play. Up across the line they come with Achari, sweeping it in behind the Bruins net. Wotherspoon reversed it around toward the near side, but Grzelcyk races over to keep it alive. Throws one through the top of the crease from the near side. Penguins still have it. 3:50 to go in the period. Frederick blocks a shot by Kevin Hayes. Hayes from right along the goal line threw one at Swayman. And McAvoy will steer it out of the zone for Frederick on the far side, but Grzelcyk able to keep him away from the Penguins' end. Now Hayes. Gave to Bunting. Hammered it around the boards. Kepke along the near side to drop it back. And Wotherspoon will send it up the far wing for Zaka. Beecher, as Kastelik tried to move it forward, couldn't get it through to the traffic in the neutral ice. Dumped right back in by Shea. Around to the far side. Peak gets a stick on it. Bunting keeps alive for Pittsburgh. Back to St. Ivany. And now on the top of the right circle, a center hit a skate and kicked up into the air. Shea will keep it alive at the line. Gave it up and got it right back from Tomasino, but couldn't connect. And it's Kepke bringing the Bruins up ice. Pass to the right side, deflected, gets to Beecher. He'll backhand it deep. Kepke was in on a delayed offside. Bruins will go for a change with 2:45 to go in the period. Ryan Shea sends one across ice. And it'll be offside as Beauvillier couldn't catch up to that pass. Wound up putting himself in across the blue line. So we've got 2:37 to go here in the first. And the Bruins have a 1-0 lead here at TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda CR-V and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
Charlie Coyle's goal set up by Trent Frederick. Tyler Johnson is our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Bruins up a goal. Just about 2.5 minutes left here in the first period. And Boston's going to get a quick offside here as Brazo tried to drag the puck behind him into the zone.
Yeah, I think, from the Bruins standpoint, they were a little loose to start. They tighten up a little bit now. They've been a little bit better over the last several minutes. Try to get something kind of going here. 5-on-5, which I think they should have the advantage of, especially in that offensive zone.
Off the face-off. Here's Pete.
They were a little loose to start, though.
Yeah.
Turnovers, couple of, the pace is there, but the execution isn't quite there.
Puck around the far board. Zadorov skating down into the corner. A centering pass just missed Brazo as he tried to redirect it.
Yeah, Brazo, and you had Marchand there.
Crosby played it in front of his net. Out toward the far boards, and Carlson helped to get it out. Along the near side, it'll come back to Lindholm, and he fires it into the far corner as the Bruins are changing. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. You mentioned some of those numbers for Pittsburgh. As far as their 5-on-5 goal differential, it's more than a goal per game throughout the course of their first 24 games this year that they are underwater. Puck goes deep here behind Jari. Letang pivoting away from Geeky. Geeky able to hold him off. Pasternak got it out in front for Zacha. And up high off the shoulder of Jari.
Letang wasn't too happy about that. Gave a little cross-check. I don't know what he's complaining about, but he got out-muscled for the puck, and then he threw a cross-check, and the Bruins get a scoring chance out of it. He's a guy that, you know, I got a lot of respect for in terms of what he's been through. He's been through some strange kind of health ailments. By all accounts, just an awesome teammate, somebody that just spends a lot of time in the gym, works at his game. He's a little high risk, but
from the defensive side, he's got 6 50-point seasons, including last year.
Oh, he can play. There's no question.
Puck comes bouncing out into neutral.
He's high risk, but he can play.
Played back into the Boston zone here for Lohrei. His pass overshot Pasternak on the far side. Penguins have it back as Grzelcyk goes back behind his net. We hit 1 minute to go here in the first period. The Bruins on top by a goal. And Letang just shy of the red line. Passes up the left side here for Bunting. Stepping in left circle for the shot. Save made by Swayman. Rebound scooped up and brought ahead by Coyle. He'll float it down the right wing side. Frederick will give chase. Reverse back toward the near corner. Malkin had it taken away by Coyle, trying to get it out in front. Johnson reaching for it as well.
Frederick was wide open.
Brought through neutral ice.
Bruins are going to go short here.
By Tomasino. Yeah, Jari. He started out toward the bench for the extra attacker, then had to stop as the puck was coming back that direction. And now the Bruins will touch up. And a tripping indication. And now Frederick getting into it in front of the Bruins bench. Tell who he's got a hold of in the middle of that scrum.
Might be Bunting's the only guy that does stuff like this, so for them, it might be him. We'd have to see. Russ sometimes as well gets involved. Malkin's over there. Might have been Malkin with maybe McAvoy, who was on the bench.
No, it is Bunting right in front of there. Yeah.
Bunting should be in the middle of it. Usually is. See how this all started, but McAvoy was up on the bench, and then Frederick got involved.
It looks like Malkin may be taking something here, too. He's not happy. It was going to be a tripping call against Tyler Johnson. That's going to still stand, and now it looks like they're going to grab Frederick. So
Frederick and Malkin.
Yeah. All this coming with 21 seconds to go here in the first period. And now Frederick has turned around and headed toward the bench.
Malkin was posted at the far blue line. Somebody might have given him a shot from the bench, and then Malkin swung his stick at somebody in the bench, and Frederick came right over. Somebody might have grabbed him from the Bruins bench, just kind of gave him a little push because he was standing right in front of the Bruins bench at the blue line, and then Malkin swung his stick at the bench.
It looked like it might have been Zadorov that he was...
They're talking about it now. I mean, that's...
Yeah, the officials are gathered in here. Oh, Zadorov gave him a little poke in the back.
Zadorov just gave him a little push, which is, you know, unnecessary, but he gave him a little push with the stick from the bench, and then Malkin swung his stick at the bench.
Made contact with someone over there. I'm not sure if it was Peak. And now the officials are going to take a look at things here.
You can't, I mean, look, Zadorov, you can't, it's not smart. You don't do that from the bench.
Right.
But Malkin swung his stick at the bench. So you got two guys doing, you know, Zadorov can't. You should be making contact with a player from the bench. He gives him a little push, but then Malkin with one hand swings his stick. And then the Bruins are up in arms about it. But Zadorov shouldn't have done what he did. Obviously, Malkin, which we're going to look at, I don't think it's going to be anything major here. But if they do, they should give Zadorov a penalty as well.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you
might give Malkin a little bit more because what he did was a lot more dangerous than what Zadorov did.
The stick made contact with someone over there. It was either Peak or Laura. I couldn't tell from the angle that we see on the camera here, but the officials...
If they want to call this correctly, they give Zadorov and Malkin penalties.
Say explanation here to the captains, Brad Marchand and Sidney Crosby, going on from referee Chris Rooney.
Malkin's not leaving the box, so with the announcement once they explain it to the captains.
Here we go.
After review of the penalties on the play, 71 Pittsburgh's got a minor for slashing, 91 Boston's got a minor for unsportsmanlike conduct, and 90 Boston got a minor for tripping.
So Frederick comes out, they get Zadorov, put him in the box for what he did, and give Malkin the penalty as well. So those are the matchings, and you had the delayed penalty for the trip for Johnson.
So the Bruins were going to be shorthanded before all that started, and it just they end up with Malkin and Zadorov with the matching minors. So it'll be a 5-on-4 manpower advantage here for the Penguins. 21.4 to go in the period.
Yeah, glad to see that. So if they get it right, it's going to be the two of them going to the box.
So Pittsburgh, who had a little bit, right around a minute worth of power play time earlier in the period, they'll get one here late with the Bruins up 1. Penguins power play 13th best in the league so far this year. As the puck tangled up in the near corner, pulled free by Rust, backhands around to the far side for Crosby. They work it back toward the blue line. Shot was blocked off of Rust, kicked in behind the net. Crosby's got it, 6 to go in the period. They'll work it back up top for Carlson, over to the far side. One-timer by Hayes is blocked, and the Bruins will clear the puck as the siren sounds to end the first period. So the Bruins, on the strength of a goal by Charlie Coyle, just a minute 24 into that first period, have a 1-0 lead as they head to the locker room after 20 minutes. We'll be back with more from TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda.
Innovation is at the heart of every Polestar car, and their electric SUV, Polestar 3, is no different. From the intuitive infotainment system to its head-turning design, Polestar 3 is for drivers unwilling to compromise. That means merging a spacious, luxurious interior with the torque and handling of a sports car. Visit Polestar Boston today for competitive lease offers and book a test drive for Polestar 3 at polestarboston.com.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup. Recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Hurry into the 99 this Saturday and Sunday for their double bonus card special. For every $25 you purchase in gift cards, receive 2 $5 bonus cards. You gotta love the 9s.
Get your dream Honda during Happy Honda Days with a CR-V hybrid, Accord hybrid, Civic hybrid, or the all-electric Prologue. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord hybrid, a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic hybrid, a 3.9% APR on a 2025 CR-V hybrid, and a 0.9% APR on a 2024 Prologue.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Bruins leading Pittsburgh 1-0 after 1 here at TD Garden. And during our first intermission, we look back at the week that was in the NHL. Our top plays stuffed with top performances, including Brad Marchand bringing the Bruins offense to life. A lot of wild endings on the night before Thanksgiving. And Capitals goalie Charlie Lindgren with a blunder you have to hear to believe. It's the NHL Plays of the Week.
Curling back just inside the line, Lundestrom. Knocked off the puck by Alex Tuck. He might have a break here. He's got power with him. Alex Tuck, power! Oh, they can't beat Gibson. Puck is still loose. Shot scores! Late on the play, Puleep with the overtime winner. And Buffalo come back from a 2-0 deficit to win it 3-2 with 59.4 seconds left in the OT.
Michkov looking at the net. Gets it off to Sanheim. Looking for a seam to get that puck over to Konechny on the far side. Michkov now switches spots with Sanheim. Gave it to Sanheim at the line. Sanheim down low. Konechny in front of Michkov. He scores! His second overtime goal. And Matvei Michkov is the hero. The magic man Michkov gives the Flyers the 3-2 victory.
He'll come to Pete. Right wing circle. On to Marchand. Comes out. Scores! Brad Marchand roots it from the right circle, and the Bruins have a 2-1 lead. Here we go. The breakaway for Hischier. Looking for the hat trick. He scores! He does it! That's his first career hat trick. It's a natural. 3 straight for Hischier. The hats are being thrown on the ice, and the Devils lead 4-1. We got a brand new game. Montour for the point. He scores! Brandon Montour off the face-off win with 18:50 left in period 3. And the Kraken have turned this game on its head in the blink of an eye. They lead 3-2.
Sergachev, 35 seconds left at OT. Garrett Hayton over the blue line. Hayton, little flip. Schmaltz cutting in. Schmaltz in front, score! The former half, Mikhail Sergachev, the overtime winner, and Utah takes it 3-2.
Besser cycling to Garland on the wall. Back to Besser, bottom of the left circle. Canucks can't get to the middle of the ice. Now to Hughes of the line lock. Shot deflected. Rebound. They score. Jake DeBrusk, the former Bruin, knocks it home on the backhand. In the crease, so the Canucks take a 1-0 lead.
St. Louis Blues win the opening face-off. We're underway. Buchnevich is going over the line to Thomas. He scores! 9 seconds into the first period of play. 1-0 St. Louis in one of the fastest goals you'll see from the start of the game.
Out of Sider, over on the left circle for DeBrincat. Shoots the puck in front, looking for a tip from Larkin. Came back to the line to Raymond. Raymond moves in, shoots the puck, he scores! That man is hot as a firecracker, and on Thanksgiving Eve, Lucas Ray for Detroit in overtime. Heck of a shot. Red Wings win 2-1.
Face off in the Flyers zone. Nashville can't win it. The Flyers control. Risto headbands at center ice now up the left wing. Here's Travis Konechny. He's got Couturier going to the front of the net. Deflected. He scores! Sean Couturier wins it in overtime. It's his 7th overtime winner of his career. And the Flyers come all the way back and beat the Predators 3-2 in OT.
For Lane Hudson, up the ice, he's got Caulfield with him. Hudson, he's got a trailer. It's Suzuki coming in, shooting. Saved by Berzikins, rebound. Suzuki scores. Canadians win 4-3 in overtime. Dorov with a long pass ahead. Brazo can't find the handle. Coming to the net. Marchand does and he scores. And the captain's already got two. And the Bruins have a 2-0 lead, 6.5 minutes in. Pasternak backhanding one into the air, into the Islanders zone. He's down toward Zacha. Zadorov sweeps it toward Pasternak in the left wing corner. A centering pass. Score! Zacha on the backhand. Back-to-back goals for Pavel Zacha. It's 5-3.
And Roslovic with speed. He gets it to Drury. Drury across the slot. He scores! On the power play. Lucky number 7, his 7th of the year. For Jackson Blake, and the Canes take a 4-3 lead.
And the Capitals in along the left side. Lafayette is chasing. Vasilevsky going to play it. He gave it away to Dubois in the corner. The air loop trying to push it to the blue line, and it bounced away off the Tampa Bay stick. And Charlie Lindgren's going to have to play this. Oh, no! Charlie put it in his own goal. Oh, no! He went to jump it behind the net, and Charlie Lindgren put it in his own net. And it's 4-3 Tampa Bay. I can't believe it. With 12:35 to go, Charlie Lindgren stopped the puck. He tried to put it behind the net. And out of the right, Strome gets it back. Chychrun. Jacob Chychrun on a puck in front. It deflects past Vasilevsky. Are you kidding me? 3:26 to go. It's 5-4 Washington. Tom Wilson and the Capitals able to bail out goalie Charlie Lindgren after his miscue on Wednesday night, wrapping up our plays of the week. It's the Bruins 1 and the Penguins nothing after one period. Back to check the out-of-town scoreboard next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda.
The fantasy football playoffs are coming, and if you want to win, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
You should be watching who the other teams are this week. There's going to be some good players.
We're here to help you overcome bye weeks, poor performance, and injuries.
You've got to have the depth. You cannot sleep on your weakest link.
You need our team of fantasy football experts now more than ever.
Tips for late season waiver advice. Make sure you have some money for those final playoff games.
Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the Sirius XM app.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on Sirius XM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Hey, this is James Hinchcliffe from Off Track with Hinch and Rossi. Do you love podcasts?
Yep.
Do you have a best friend?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like driving 200 miles per hour in a car with no roof?
Sure do.
Well, then join me and my best friend, IndyCar driver and 2016 Indy 500 winner, Alex Rossi.
That's me.
Twice a week for Off Track with Hinch and Rossi on Sirius XM Podcast Network. All year round, we're talking IndyCar, F1, food, travel, and more with some of the biggest names from on and off the track.
So download Off Track with Hinch and Rossi now, available on the Sirius XM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The biggest plays.
What a save!
Hits.
Oh, hard hit.
Goals.
McDavid scores!
Tune to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet.
He is the GM of the Minnesota Wild.
Insiders, the revenues, and the big business, and the best analysis on the air.
Alex Ovechkin!
The NHL on Sirius XM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on demand with the Sirius XM app. The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind Ristolainen, walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, scores!
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Lead over the Penguins in between periods here at TD Garden. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A lot of afternoon action. The Flyers beat the Rangers today 3-1. Minnesota Wild continue their winning ways with a 3-2 3-2 win at home today over Chicago. Vancouver went to overtime but beat the Buffalo Sabres 4-3. The overtime winners continued in Washington, a 5-4 win over the Islanders as the Caps come from 2 goals down in the third period. The Florida Panthers, a 6-3 win in Carolina today. Columbus Blue Jackets with a 5-2 victory over the Calgary Flames this afternoon. They went to overtime down in Nashville today as well, with the Tampa Bay Lightning coming out on top 3-2 over the Predators. Also a final, the Kings 2-1 winners in Anaheim, and out west a wild one. San Jose Sharks put up 8 goals on the Kraken today, an 8-5 final. In Detroit, it was the Devils with a 5-4 win over the Red Wings. 3 games still to come tonight. Winnipeg visiting Vegas. At 9 o'clock start in Dallas, where the Stars will host the Colorado Avalanche, and the Oilers and the Utah Hockey Club get going tonight at 9 o'clock as well. Here at TD Garden, it's the Bruins 1 and the Penguins nothing. More to come here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Happy holidays. Welcome to the Nissan year-end sales event. Are you interested in a test drive? Absolutely. Great. Well, there's the new V6 powered Frontier. Oh, the Rogue with an available 12.3-inch touchscreen. All right. Oh, and the all-new Kicks, which has intelligent all-wheel drive. Nice. So, what do you think? Finished with all your holiday shopping?
About to be. Toss me the keys. Let's go.
Hurry in for the best deals of the year, only at the Nissan year-end sales event. Now, get a low $259 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Available feature, intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees, 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $47.69 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 12/2/24.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick. I have teamed up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, they will be enabling donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting phone line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
It's hockey night in Boston, and we've got a real barn burner on our hands. Time to grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, hockey fans win big on Bruins home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. Oh yeah, that's slapshot savings for all. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time at participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com/Bruins.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy. Hey, DQ fans, get a $7 meal deal, a chicken strip basket, or one of DQ's signature stack burgers. Grab your favorite from the DQ food menu today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Another giveaway out near the blue line by the Penguins, and Tyler Johnson will lead it forward now. Frederick on the left side. Crossing past the Coyle, steps in and scores! Charlie Coyle from the right circle. And just 1:24 in, the Bruins have the lead. Bruins have a 1-0 lead over the Penguins after one. Charlie Coyle has the lone goal in this game, and he joins us downstairs now. First off, can you give us a rundown of how that goal came to be?
It was a textbook 3-on-2. I think it started out, Johnny kind of took it, gained middle ice, which was huge to kind of back him up a little more. Made some space for Trent Frederick, and he put it right on my tape with a lot of space, a lot of room to come in and try to finish the job. So it was a great play by those two.
I know, you guys busted out with 6 goals the other day, but goal scoring's been kind of at a premium. How big is it to get a goal early in the game and keep that momentum going?
It definitely helped confidence-wise to keep doing what you set out to do at the beginning. It doesn't always take a goal, but yeah, sometimes it helps. Sometimes hockey's a funny game. Sometimes you don't play the right way and you're up. Sometimes you play a great first period and you're down, right? But it's just doing the process, the things we talk about, the details, those little things consistently, and it's eventually going to come in. But to get one first, we did it last game too. We got to keep building on that and doing things the right way from there on out.
What's the biggest key for you guys going forward here?
I think everything we just talked about, like the details, the process, sticking with. We see when we're putting the puck in good spots and we're getting behind them, make their D work and try to break out against us with our relentless forecheck. That stuff pays off. And then our reloads, when they get in, they get up the boards, our D can pinch, keep the puck in, we're reloading well, we're together, tight support. All those small details will pay off.
Thanks so much for the time. Good luck in the second.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Charlie Coyle brought to us by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
I think Coyle usually puts it in pretty good perspective, right? I mean, he's got a good outlook on how things are going. He knows when the team's playing well and when it isn't playing well. And like he said, funny game, when sometimes you don't do things the right way and you end up a goal and you do everything right, and maybe you get an unlucky bounce and you end up down a goal.
There's McAvoy sending Marchand into the attack zone over to Coyle. Right circle, a shot up high on Jari.
Tried to go same short side again on Jari. That was a quick 2-on-1. Nice little passing play. McAvoy quick up through the neutral zone and short-handed Marchand and Coyle 2-on-1.
Carlson brings the Penguins forward. Puck comes bouncing towards Zaka near the Boston blue line, and Lindholm trying to send it forward. Jari comes out of the net toward the near corner, plays that puck out into the neutral zone. Rust from the red line works his way over to Crosby, far to the near side. Now here's Grzelcyk, center blue line. They work it across again to Crosby, centering pass, kicked off a leg and off toward the far point. Grzelcyk will go back around.
He ways away from the net. He likes to be down by that post sometimes. A lot of times, actually.
Tied up in the near corner, now pops loose out near the blue line. Grzelcyk hands off to Hayes, back to Grzelcyk on the right side of the point. Crosby, top of the right circle, looks down low, gets it right back from Raquel. Hayes up to Grzelcyk, and his shot redirected by Rust, but goes out of play.
Much different looking power play without Malkin out there in the box right now, serving his two.
Yeah, so 2 Bruins in the box, Zadorov and Johnson, Zadorov and Johnson. And then Malkin for the Penguins. 11 seconds left on the power play.
I thought they got that right, by the way.
I did too.
Yeah, once they went back and looked at it, they were looking at Malkin. They're going to give him a major for the slash at the bench. They decided not to, but then they didn't catch Zadorov initially.
Right. Yeah, he had reached out with his stick and given Malkin a little poke in the back that got him to turn around and swing that stick. Swayman up against the far post, able to make a save, puck behind the net, and Peake's got it on his backhand. The power play comes to an end. Zadorov coming out of the box. He'll play it up the left side, and it'll be chased back deep into the Pittsburgh zone by Grzelcyk. Left it in the near corner for Letang. Lobs one out to neutral ice. Glove down by Kepke, but taken away from him by Lizotte. Lizotte moving to the left circle with a shot. Saved by Swayman, no rebound.
Swayman's been sharp. He had to be sharp in the first period on a couple of occasions, especially the one where Crosby had 2 chances, right? Crosby was in alone. Had the initial opportunity and then had his own rebound, and Swayman stayed right with him. I'd like to see the Bruins, and I thought they did maybe the second half of that period. They tightened up a little bit. That shot's from the outside right there by Lazat. That's one that he sees and is able to have it stick to him. But there were a couple loose plays, I would say, by the Bruins here early in this game.
Swayman
defensively.
14 saves in this game already, which is more than he made the entire night against Vancouver on Tuesday. He only faced 14 shots, gave up 1 goal in that game, gave up 1 goal against Detroit in his start before that.
And we talked to Joe Sacco before the next game. We were talking about, before the Detroit game, he was talking about he only gave up 1 high danger chance against Vancouver, 5-on.
Yeah. Played out into the neutral zone here by the Penguins. Achari gets it into the Boston zone, but Zadorov there, backhands it around the far boards. Not out. Deke out of the left wing corner now. They'll take it for Kastelik. Pushed up ice. Kastelik going to take it himself and get it deep into the Penguin zone as the Bruins are changing. Kastelik in there on the forecheck against Karlsson. Now Pasternak coming on from the bench. Has it. Centering pass. And Geekie was in front, but Karlsson got a stick in there.
That's Kastelik doing a great job there on Erik Karlsson, just like out-muscling him for that puck. And then Pasternak was the second forward coming in. He's able to pick that one up and look in front.
Zacha sends one off to the right side. Pasternak handles that pass. It was behind him. Able to get one in to the far circle. Now in behind the net. Centering pass. Kicked onto Zacha, who got one from inside on Jari.
Wide open.
Far corner, Malkin will pass into the middle here for Karlsson. Angled out of the zone. McAvoy will keep it out of the Bruins zone. Now kick back in on a delayed offside against Pittsburgh. So McAvoy will let a free clear. Lorai skating it ahead to the Pittsburgh line. Down the left circle and all the way in behind the Penguin net. Centering pass is broken up. Malkin dragging it out toward his own blue line. Deals for Raquel. Russ trying to find the handle. Right circle. It comes to Raquel and a shot loved by Swayman, who thought about putting it back into play but then covers up.
Yeah, Lorai, he's kind of hoping to get that pass into the middle, but love to see him just hold on to that for an extra second or two and maybe use somebody a little higher out, because Pittsburgh's going to, when they come back, they're going to converge on the middle of the ice there, and they've got a couple of tired bodies on the ice. You're just giving them the puck back. If you can hold on to it for an extra second and make those bodies work, you've been out there for a long shift, and they're not going to be able to get off.
Raquel played it down into the right wing corner. Zadorov trying to clear it. Instead, it wound up on the stick of Raquel. Bruins will get it out now. Marchand throws it down into the right wing corner. Shea, pressured by Lindholm and Brazo, just plays it up the far boards and out. Wotherspoon back inside the Bruin blue line. Pass ahead for Lindholm. Tipped on into the Penguin zone. Jari sweeps it around behind the net. Lindholm and Brazo both there in the near corner, angling for the puck. Instead, it's St. Ivany giving for Shea. Up the right side, Crosby will tip it deep. Swayman got it right back into the near corner to Wotherspoon. His pass gets through everyone and kept alive here by the Penguins.
Almost too many men.
Johnson backed it up here for Carlo. Frederick at his own blue line. Here's Carlo skating it up across the Penguin line. Backhands it through Letang. Ryslik behind the net for Pittsburgh, around the far side, taken off the wall by Johnson and floats it back in deep. Ryslik will try it again to that far side. This time they get it to Bunting. Backhands it back to Grzelcyk, standing between the circles. He'll work his way back toward the far side and pass up ice. He is handled by Lazat. Coming in across the line. Bunting to Letang, skating behind the Bruins net. Carlo strips him the puck. Wotherspoon will send a pass off to the left side here for Frederick, and dumped in from inside the red line. 14 and a half minutes to go here in the second. Bruins have a 1-0 lead. Pedersen to Hayes and backed it up for Letang. Now Pedersen again will bring it out into the neutral ice. Sent down the left wing side by Nieto. In the far corner, Nieto and McAvoy collide. Puck is grabbed and brought out of the zone, but a whistle as the puck was touched with a high stick there by the Bruins. The faceoff will come back in the defensive zone.
Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trade, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the pipes for the Penguins here tonight is Tristan Jarry, and for the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman.
We talked a little bit about Swayman. Jarry missed about a month of the season. He's making his 8th appearance of the year, a 2-3-1 record with a 4.34 goals against and an .868 save percentage.
Spent some time down in their American Hockey League team, did he not?
He did. Lorai skates one ahead. Centering pass comes all the way through the slot.
See, that's twice now for Lorai. That's twice he's tried that little hope play into the middle of the ice, and Pittsburgh just gets going the other way.
There's Malkin inside the Boston zone. Over to Pettersson. Fires one in front. It was deflected. Swayman made the save, and then the rebound by Tomasino as well.
He made 2 good saves there. Don't throw the puck blind just to the front of the net. It's just starting their breakout. Unless you've got somebody that you see there, you can make the play.
Lorai angles a pass off the far boards. Geeky will backhand it deep. Bruins need a change, and will get it. 13:25 to go second period.
Jay Leach's defensive coach, he's looking at it right now. I almost guarantee he's going to tell Lorai it's twice now.
A glove down by Zadorov as Rust comes crashing into him and goes tipping head over heels. They come around behind the Bruins net. Zadorov plays into the middle for Lindholm. Up ice for Marchand. Marchand brings in across the Pittsburgh line. Pulls up right circle. Drops it off. Shot by Peak. Save made by Jarry. Rebound came to Brazo, but didn't have a lane to shoot. Lindholm knocked down in the near corner. Stays with it. Marchand comes in to help out. Lindholm's got it back on his stick. To Zadorov, a one-timer. Kicked away by Jarry. Long rebound, and Peak couldn't handle it cleanly.
That's a better sustained attack here.
Marchand on the far boards, poking it up into the air. Crosby's without a stick, trying to bat it out with a glove, can't do it. Marchand left circle, a low shot. Jarry made the stick save. Marchand gets taken down in the corner by Letang. Puck in the skates of a still stickless Crosby, and now cleared out by Grizzly.
No hope plays into the guts of the ice, into the middle of the ice that time. That was using the point, using the late guy, getting bodies to the net, and they produced some big rebounds.
Puck lifted in from neutral ice by Zadorov and gloved by Jarry to get the whistle here, as the Penguins still had Crosby out there without a stick. 12:17 to go in the second period. It's the Bruins 1 and the Penguins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This Thanksgiving, gobble up something good on the SiriusXM app. From dinner party mixes to a feast of live football, food podcasts, and more fall fixings.
Jared back, looking, lofting, right side. Ross St. Brown, touchdown, Detroit Lions!
We're serving up the perfect soundtrack for any moment this holiday weekend. Just search Thanksgiving in the SiriusXM app.
The UEFA Champions League is back on Sirius XM FC, and this year it's bigger than ever.
Absolutely ridiculous from Real Madrid. Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
Now, with more matches featuring soccer's most iconic clubs as they battle it out for European supremacy.
What a start for Inter! Haaland scored the hat-trick!
From the league phase to the final, the Champions League is on Sirius XM FC 157 and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Join me, Ward Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Hockey lives here.
Suzuki sweeps it. There's a chance. Rebound, Caulfield shoots and scores.
NHL play-by-play on Sirius XM.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favorite Sirius XM FC shows on the all-new Sirius XM app, now available for all subscribers.
Fans, there's still time to secure a front row seat to the Boston Bruins Centennial game on Sunday afternoon as they face off against the Montreal Canadiens at 3 p.m. or thereabouts. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets and lock in your ticket to be there to celebrate 100 years of Bruins hockey.
A couple big saves made by Jeremy Swayman a couple minutes ago there. That shot came from the left wing side, actually ricocheted deflected off the skate of McAvoy. He had to make the save on that one, and then Tomasino on the rebound with Swayman kind of down on his stomach because of the initial deflection.
Ari plays one away from his crease. Lizotte from the near circle. Fires across ice to Shea. Back across to the near side. Beauvillier couldn't catch up with it. Icing against Pittsburgh.
That's what we were talking about the other day, right? It's an easy pass. St. Ivory, just, it's a bad pass. And now it's one for icing, and the Bruins get the change, get the advantage with the face-off where they want it.
Charlie Coyle to take the draw. He's won 4 out of 5 so far today.
This is the line that has the goal.
Our circle down to our left. 11:58 to go, second period. Bruins leading 1-0. Warning handed out. Or Lazat. Drop it. And Coyle pulls it back. Frederick helping it back toward McAvoy. McAvoy trying to get it back to Frederick. And Bunting just got a piece of it. Now the Penguins coming forward in a break down the middle here for Beauvillier. And Swayman denies and hangs on.
That could have been... There's things that happen in games that just make you scratch your head, right? Like, the Bruins won that draw. They have possession of the puck, and they give up a great scoring chance to Beauvillier. They have the advantage after the icing. They win the draw in the offensive zone. Then they turn it over out near the blue line, and Beauvillier gets a good scoring chance.
Now, if you're scratching your head, think about what Joe Sacco's thinking right now. Right? He's the same thing. As Carlson fires one to the net. Kicked away by Swayman. Puck along the far boards. Wara poking at it against Tomasino. Instead, it'll come free to Peak. Up ice for Frederick. On the red line, a dump in. Round behind Jari it goes. Pettersson takes a hit from Johnson. Frederick lays a hit on Malkin. But the Penguins maintain possession. Carlson sending one across ice. This Pettersson comes back into the Pittsburgh zone. Coyle will get in there on the forecheck. Carlson settles in behind the Pittsburgh net. Pettersson skating it out toward the red line. Angles it off the boards. Drew O'Connor in behind Swayman. He'll backhand it into the far corner. Lifted up and out of the zone. Letang will work his way back toward the Boston end, and a long shot that goes wide of Swayman, who made sure it was going wide of the far post. It'll come back around to Letang. Frederick, though, pops it free. Coyle steers it over to Peak. Peak with a long pass through neutral ice. Brazo, and he dumps it into the Pittsburgh zone. Penguins will control it as the Bruins get some changes on here with 10:35 to go in the period. Crosby, here the center circle. Pass left side for Raquel. Angled off the boards. Crosby will move it back around the near side. Letang waits for it to the right point. In deep again for Crosby. Taken away by McAvoy. Backhanded ahead by Wari. Poked into the center of the ice for Lindholm. But the Bruins lose it coming through neutral ice. Penguins will get whistled for an icing here as Grzelcyk's pass doesn't connect with Rust.
Yeah, so we're halfway through the game. Almost just about halfway through the game. It hasn't been a detailed-oriented game for either team. Pittsburgh's saying that this game, we can take this game. This game's there for the take, and the Bruins are saying the exact same thing right now. If we clean some things up, we're going to take this game. It's there for the taking because neither team is all that sharp in some of the details.
It comes out of the zone. Wari trying to sweep it back in. Letang will quickly outlet it. Raquel to Rust coming down the middle of the Bruins zone all by himself. Puck ends up in the near corner as Pasternak hits the wall and goes down in the corner. Bruins will move up ice. McAvoy up across the line. Hands off to Geekie. Stepping in right circle. Shot. Blocker saved. We get a penalty coming up against Pittsburgh. Here's Geekie again. Right circle. Goes around Bunting, who went down to try to block a shot that never came. They set up Pasternak, a one-timer. Hit the outside of the net. And the whistle comes on the penalty with 9:34 to go in the second period. The Bruins will get their second power play of the night when we come back. They lead it 1-0 over the Penguins here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
What a week. My kids were practicing baseball near the chandelier. My wife forgot she was making toast. and I learned that I'm no plumber. Fortunately, Safety Insurance made life a little easier for us. Our customized coverage ensured we were protected, and Safety made it easy to access our policy online, get text alerts, even take advantage of paperless billing. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms, even the self-created kind.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid and a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
Bruins getting ready to go back on the power play here with 9:34 to go in the second period. They have a 1-0 lead. England's Jack St. Ivan.
Last power play got wiped out because of a strange Brad Marchand penalty. I guess it's a penalty, right? I mean, he did interfere with Letang.
As you said at the time, he toe-picked and he fell into Letang's legs, and that's what they called for interference.
But I guess you got to call it, right?
Yeah, whether you mean to or not.
He interfered with it.
Here's Lindholm on the face-off, battling, and is able to get it back to McAvoy at the point. Over to Zacha, right wing circle. Now Marchand trying to pass it back toward Lindholm. It kicked in behind the net. Bruins get it back. McAvoy over to Marchand. One-timer sticked up and out of play off Jarry.
He just kind of fell down there, didn't he? Yeah. He had the puck on his stick. Marchand tried to make a pass into the middle, got deflected, and Letang wasn't able to clear it. Marchand and Letang were roommates in junior. They go at it pretty good. It's a pretty good battle that those two have.
Knowing Marshy, you think there's a little chirping involved there during the course of the game?
Letang's got it too.
Cleared out up the middle by Letang. Swayman will set it up at the side of the net for McAvoy. Taking down toward 9 minutes to go in the second period. Bruins with about 90 seconds left on the power play. Zacha coming through neutral ice. Heels it off to the right side. It's
entry there.
Back to Pasternak at the blue line. He sets up McAvoy at the left circle. Pasternak now center blue line. Over to Marchand, top of the right circle. Down low. Quick pass in front from Zacha, looking for Pasternak. Instead came through to McAvoy. Here's Lindholm to the back door. Back in front. Courtesy of Zacha, and the Bruins can't knock it home.
Yeah, he was looking for Pasternak back door.
Zacha's got it back on the right circle. Pivots away from Pettersson. Out of the far corner. Back to Marchand, who's out near the point. Now to Lindholm in the bumper.
He just used the bumper twice and get good possession out of it.
McAvoy to Marchand, right circle. Looking into the middle for Lindholm. That one taken away by Lazat and cleared. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Bruins going right to left here in the second period. Jason Lohrei will send Johnson up the left wing side, and around it goes. Jarry couldn't slow it down. Grizzly played it back toward the back of the net. Johnson went crashing in there, couldn't get it. Razzo kept alive, though, at the near side of the blue line. Over to Coyle, far side. Back across. He was looking for Geeky at the near circle, taken away. And Achari will come ahead shorthanded here for Pittsburgh. Achari takes the shot from the right circle. Swayman makes the save, no rebound.
You know, they can close quicker on Achari there. It's one-on-one. It's a pass that Achari intercepts, but it's not an odd man rush. You know, I'd like to see Lohrei just close a little bit. Instead of having Swayman have to make a little bit of a tricky save.
Well, on him. Well, the shot's coming around Lohrei there too, so I mean, you worry about potentially screening your goaltender.
Well, he thinks it might be a 2-on-1,
right?
So he backs off a little bit, but I think he can attack Achari as he's coming up the ice.
Here's Carlson from the center of the blue line with a deflected shot on Swayman, who got it with the right pad. Power play about to come to an end as the Bruins move up ice with Kastelik coming to the attacking blue line. Backhands it into the left wing corner. He'll get in after it first. Position on Carlson in the near corner. Crosby, though, pulls it free. Sends behind the net. Pedersen into the far corner. Takes a hit from Frederick, but moves it out. And now here's Crosby across the Bruins line. Centering pass broken up by the back-checking Kastelik.
There's a nice pass from Malkin all the way across there to Crosby. And Crosby tried to dump it off, but Kaslik coming all the way back on that play to make sure he back checks. Take it away.
Gorov from the center circle. Dumps it into the right wing corner. Swept it around behind the net. Carlson kept it moving toward the near side. Raquel will lift one all the way across the ice. Bouncing puck. Settled nicely by Malkin. Hands off along that left side for Lizotte. Lizotte pivoting out of the corner. Knocked down by Brazo. Puck kept alive by Grzelcyk in the far circle. Poke free. And it'll be cleared out by Lindholm. And they're going to call that an icing. It just barely made it to the goal line before Letang got there.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
6:40 to go, second period. Bruins have the only goal. 39 combined shots in this one. 21 for Pittsburgh, 18 for the Bruins. Face off to the right of Jeremy Swayman. Controlled by Boston. Lifted up and out of the zone by Carlo. Away from Koepke near the Pittsburgh line. Carlo will play it up the right side. It'll come down in the left wing corner now. Koepke, first man to it. Up against Grzelcyk. Koepke had it hit Lizotte in the stick. Now Lindholm from the left dot with a shot sticked away by Jarry. Brazo at the back of the net. Able to battle and keep possession against Letang. Turns it back toward the near boards. It'll come all the way back to Wotherspoon at the point. He whistles one across to Carlo far side. Fumbled it against Bunting. And Bunting clears it out, but the pass misses everyone.
You know, you look at a guy like Brazo down low. When he holds on to the puck, there's nobody on Pittsburgh that can knock him off the puck.
Physically, yeah.
Yes. They just don't have it back there. That's what I mean. I don't know what they are in terms of, what they're trying to accomplish. I know what their strong points are, but
Tomasino deep. They've got some really good offensive defensemen. There is a shot from the right circle by Tomasino, and the save made again by Swayman.
Hey, the Bruins are trying to figure out what they are as well.
Right. Toward the slot, cleared out of there by a diving Carlo. Geeky gains the red line, and now slowly across the Pittsburgh blue. Pasternak tried to throw one toward the net. That was blocked by Shea. Costa heads off as part of a change here as we approach 5 minutes to play in the second period. St. Ivany will drive it back deep. Lori gets it from McAvoy.
It's a tough pass for Zacha.
He handled it and got it to McAvoy, but it's forced back into the corner. Zacha will poke it loose to Lori. Pass up the middle. Beecher didn't know it was coming. It was behind him. Goes in on goal, though, so no icing. Jarry shoots it out from his own crease all the way out to the blue line, and now here comes Rust into the Bruins zone. Carlson right side, centering pass, taken away by Coyle. He turns it right back up ice. Through the center circle. To the left for Marchand. Top of the left circle, he pivots back in a battle with Crosby. Forced out of the zone, and Lori will skate back onto a rolling puck.
Those two hopefully will be teammates. I'm talking about Crosby and Marchand in the Four Nations Cup. I mean,
right.
Along with Bergeron, the last time there was a world kind of tournament, that line was the best line in the world.
Yeah. Full rosters.
That's a few years later now, but
those guys have already been named. Full rosters are coming out on Wednesday.
Talking to a couple people from Pittsburgh, they're hoping to see Crosby with Marchand, and who are friends in the offseason, by the way, and skate together alongside maybe McKinnon, who all skate together in the offseason.
That's a pretty wicked line you can roll out there. Penguins with control of the puck here in their own zone. 3:38 to go in the period. Letang skates it up ice. Tried to pass it left for Grzelcyk. Redirected deep into Boston territory. Brought from behind the net by Peak. He'll give it to Zadorov. Thought about playing it up the near side. Instead turns it back over far side for Peak. Pass tipped at center ice by Kastelik. It goes in around behind Jarry, who puts it on the tee for Letang. Wotherspoon will break up a play in the neutral ice. Lizotte tries his hand at it. Beauvillier bumps off the puck, but taken by Bunting. Stepping in left circle with a shot that sailed over Swayman. Geeky gets it back out into the neutral ice, but the Penguins there. Bunting with the puck coming his direction. Zacha and Geeky converge on him. Tangled up right at the red line between the benches. Pasternak trying to move it forward. Instead, it's Beauvillier. coming out of his own zone. Malkin will play it up the far side. Bunting bumped by Carlos. Puck gets through them. Wotherspoon to the end boards to play it. Malkin wiped out in the far corner.
He lost his balance.
Yeah, he went into the corner hard, and Carlo landed on top of him, and play whistled down with 2:31 to go.
That Bunting giving Carlo a shot, but Carlo didn't do it. Malkin just wiped out. Carlo ended up on top of him.
A little step aside here. 2:31 left, second period. Bruins still have the only goal. On the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Hockey season means it's Pulis boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Pulis boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PulisBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Pulis Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
With the cost of everything going up today, wouldn't it be nice to save money, especially on your insurance? And if it was easy to do? At Hub International New England, they're making it simple to protect your family, home, and more. With one call to their new number, 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Easy, right? 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub is the largest insurance broker in New England and offers the widest possible range of options in personal insurance from the best companies like Safety Insurance. Save money and time by calling 833-GO-CALL-HUB. Hub International New England. They take insurance personally. Learn more at GoCallHub.com. That's GoCallHub.com.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Town Fair Tire.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio.
The fastest game on ice. He scores! Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
With Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. 2:31 to go here in the second. Bruins up 1-0 over the Penguins. With a face-off coming up in the defensive zone here for Boston. Lindholm against Crosby. Crosby wins it cleanly, back to the far point. Pettersson will send it across near side for Carlson. Back across looking for Raquel, but Coyle gets a stick in there. Penguins able to keep possession. Rust pushed it down toward Crosby. Angled off the far boards, back to Pettersson. Now to Carlson, long shot, gloved by Swayman, hangs on to it.
Yeah, Crosby out there right now. This is game number 1,297 for Sidney Crosby. Just scored his 600th career goal. 1,619 points for him coming into today's game. It really is a remarkable career. I mean, you can say what you want about him. I know Boston fans probably don't like him all that much, and that's fine. You know, I get that, but you've got to respect what he has done throughout his career. As the Bruins get called for icing here, but sixth fastest player in NHL history to 1,500 points. He's the 10th all-time in points in the NHL history. Yep. It's still going at 37 years old on a questionable Pittsburgh team right now. Malkin's hitting his milestones as well, but Sidney Crosby, I mean, that's pretty impressive stuff.
He's got 19 seasons where he's been a point-a-game or better player.
Yeah.
And that's tied with Wayne Gretzky. And he's on that pace again this year, essentially. He's 23 points in 24 games entering the night. As the puck is brought around behind the Bruins net here by Coyle.
He's been pretty durable. He had a couple concussion issues, but
Lindholm centering pass for Marchand knocked away.
But he's been pretty durable, and obviously that helps him. But the funny thing is, when one of them is hurt, whether it's Crosby or Malkin, the other one picks up the slack in a big way, right? You see, one's hurt, you get an advantage, but all of a sudden the other one seems to really pick it up. Like Draisaitl did when McDavid was down for a few games earlier this season.
Centered here just out of Geeky's reach. He'll chase it down on the far boards. Minute 18 to go in the period. Zacha goes behind the net. Plays it off the end wall. Pasternak fired one in front. And Geeky got upended. Here's Pasternak now, high slot, throws one in front again. Geeky still jousting in there. Yeah, it was Pedersen who lost his stick.
He had him.
Oh, Malkin, a tough angle shot, save made by Swayman. The rebound kicked up in the air. Lorai able to gather it in along the end boards. Behind the net to McAvoy.
You got two chances there. Malkin did.
From his own zone, here's Letang. Sends it through neutral ice. Pass off to O'Connor down the left wing circle against McAvoy. Played it back toward Grzelcyk from the left point. A drive. And the save made by Swayman into the glove.
Yeah, Malkin with two pretty good opportunities as he comes down his off wing, gets the first shot, and then Lorai able to come up with the puck, and Malkin kind of chips it between his legs and gets a second opportunity from in tight on Swayman from a sharp angle, but two looks. Bruins giving up 25 here, 25 shots in this game. That's more, I believe, than they've given up under Joe.
Here's a drive wide by Grzelcyk. Villiers in the corner trying to keep it alive. They work it back toward the right point. Grzelcyk pushed it down the wall to Azat. Back to Grzelcyk, center of the blue line. Over to the left side and right back to Grzelcyk again. 18 to go in the period. Angled off behind the net. It'll come around the near side. Taken by Letang from the near wall. Long shot. Swayman saw it all the way. 10 seconds to go.
Pittsburgh is getting shots, and there's been a couple of good ones, but a majority have been from the outside, and when they've come from the outside, Swayman's seen them. They've been routine saves, but they have gotten a couple rebound opportunities. So the Bruins haven't been locked tight defensively here today. Not like they were the first, 3 games under Joe Sacco. One shot, one bounce away from this being a tie game. So
10.7 to go in the period. Another defensive zone faceoff. Saka stands in against Crosby. Near circle down to our right. Crosby able to win it back to the point for Pedersen. Over to Carlson, one-timer. Blocked up into the netting. 6.8 left in the period.
That's I'd love to see a replay of that face-off. Watch Crosby just roll his stick. He doesn't even get set with his stick.
He just slaps it forehand off the...
Like they don't make him get set with his stick.
Not too many guys can get away with that. See if he tries it again here. This time against Lindholm. More generic win of the face-off.
No, get it again.
Shot wide of the net. Out in front, they score. Raquel with 0.8 to go in the period.
He doesn't get set with his stick. He's swinging his stick as the puck is being dropped. I don't think he ever set. But Raquel's able to take advantage of it. He never puts his stick down.
The initial shot goes wide of the net. Crosby gets it back in front to Raquel, and he beats the buzzer.
2 face-off wins. Raquel's going to be the recipient here, and that's a tough one to swallow for Bruins.
So they drop the puck at center ice. The siren sounds, and the teams head to the locker room for the second intermission in what is now a tie game, 1-1. 9th goal of the year for Ricard Raquel with 0.8 of a second to go in the period. We'll be back with a recap of what we've seen so far coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days with a sporty new Civic, Accord, HR-V, or CR-V. For a time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord or CR-V, a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic, and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
Full house this holiday? Switch to Fios Home Internet with whole home Wi-Fi and get fully covered. That means you get the 100% fiber optic network in every room of your home with a Fios 1 gig internet plan. Perfect for when your extended family extends their stay. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. Whole home Wi-Fi includes one router and Wi-Fi extender. Wi-Fi extender provided during professional setup if recommended after Wi-Fi performance analysis or shipped upon customer request after setup. May require the purchase of additional Wi-Fi extenders.
Hey, it's Maz reminding you every day is game day at the DraftKings Sportsbook, and now through the end of the year, it's extra special. All customers will get a special daily promo every single day. Football, basketball, hockey, whatever your favorite sport is, get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Profit boosts, odds boosts, no sweat bets, and more. There's something for everyone. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use the code SportsHub, and take advantage of special daily promotions. Again, the code is SportsHub. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. 1 plus promotion per day. Promotion sport eligibility and requirements vary. Ends December 31st, 2024. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
Kids eat free at the 99 restaurants Black Friday weekend. Visit the 99 for lunch or dinner, and kids get a free meal from the kids menu for every adult entree purchased. You gotta love the nines. The scrape of blades, the clash of sticks. Hockey's more than a game. It's unrelenting, never give up moments that make you feel alive. And so you commit to the weekly ups and downs, the long road to the playoffs. You wear your heart on your sleeve and your jersey with pride. And when you're there for your team, the NHL shop is there for you. Check out the largest selection of official NHL gear at NHLshop.com. Fanatics experience.
Not too many guys can get away with that. See if he tries it again here. This time against Lindholm. Word. Generic win of the face-off. Shot wide of net. Out in front, they score. Raquel with 0.8 to go in the period. 1-1 our score after 2 periods of play here at TD Garden between the Bruins and the Penguins. Let's go back. Okay, so let's go back to what happened there.
Well, look, good face-off guys, and guys who are pretty much established get away with it a lot more. They do. I was just, that one was 2 of them in a row. It just stood out to me big time. I mean, there was no setting of the stick, nothing. No warning from the linesman. How many times we see guys get kicked out of draws?
Right.
How many times we get, or warned, after an icing, obviously, but, like, to me, that was like, wow, and hey, he's earned it. He's earned it. And I'm not blaming the linesman because I know that, good face. Look, we've had one of the best face-off guys here for years and years and years, and Patrice Bergeron, and the Toronto Maple Leafs complained every year in the playoffs that he was cheating. Yeah. So, good centerman cheat, and if they can get away with it, more power to them. Crosby certainly did it there, and more power to him. They get the shot from the point. It goes wide. It's a little bit of a broken play, but the Bruins don't recover in time in the front of the net. They don't protect the middle. That pass comes out, and Raquel's able to put it home. You got Swayman look over one shoulder, and that puck kind of, after the deflected shot, he's got to try to get back over the other side. And by that time, Raquel's open in front, and nobody covers him. So, big-time breakdown for the Bruins. You've got the personnel that you want out there at that time of game. Under 10 seconds to go or 15 seconds to go in the period for 2 face-offs, not just one, but 2 face-offs, and the Penguins came up with control out of both of them. So, that's how, when you talk about detail-oriented, that's a big-time detail. You don't have to win that draw as a defensive centerman, but you also have to make sure you don't lose it cleanly.
Right.
And if Crosby's going to cheat, you've got to know that. Especially if you're a veteran centerman, you've got to know that. And that's he's supposed to do that. And until they kick him out, he's going to do that. So you've got to know that, and you've got to do what you need to neutralize that face-off and have a little bit of help. I mean, you allow a goal now with less than a second to go. That could be a backbreaker. The Bruins have not played a strong defensive game here in this one. We gave the Bruins a ton of credit the first 3 games under Joe Sacco for the way that they defended, the way that they made teams work for their opportunities. They haven't done that enough here today. Pittsburgh's a good offensive team, and they've generated some good chances. Bruins have given up 26 shots, and there's been some good opportunities. There's also been some ones that have been routine saves for Swayman, but there's been some good opportunities. They haven't been as locked tight defensively as they were in those first 3. And they haven't generated enough at the offensive end against a team that's really weak defensively. So, 3 games in 4 days, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. It's 1-1 going into the third period on home ice. Say it, Ryan, because you had the number the other day, and I know it too, but you got it.
They have been shut out for 12 straight third periods here on home ice. They haven't scored since the home opener.
Yeah, and then the other day, 2 days ago against the Islanders, they scored 3 in the third period.
Right.
So, which team shows up here in the third, you certainly can generate your chances against Pittsburgh, but they have not been as airtight defensively, and that's a tough one to give up.
I was going to ask you.
From a mental we always had a thing where, first and last minute, or even 2 minutes, but first and last minute, giving up a goal, are you plus or even in the first and last minutes of periods? Well, when you give up those goals, that momentum changer can really help the Penguins. You could see, Crosby's face after that puck went in, and
for a team that's really struggling, the way the Penguins have been, again, they come in here with just 3 wins in their last 11 games.
3 wins in their last 11, giving up a ton of goals, and they've only given up 1 against the Bruins here today. So the Bruins have to find that offense that they had the other day against the Islanders, but have not always had.
So the lone goal for the Bruins so far, Charlie Coyle's 5th of the year from Trent Frederick and Tyler Johnson at the 1:24 mark of the first period. And then the equalizer from Ricard Raquel, his 9th of the season, set up by Sidney Crosby and Erik Karlsson at the 19:59 mark of the second period. And that has us even at a goal apiece through 2. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Post Malone presents the Big Ass Stadium Tour live at Gillette Stadium Saturday, May 31st with Jelly Roll. Get your tickets now at livenation.com. We'll be back to check the out-of-town scoreboard coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray. The great Snoop Dogg, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady.
That opportunity to meet Al Davis went a long way because he was my friend until he left this earth. And that was the beautiful thing, is that in having that relationship. And I still love the Raiders to this day, especially Tom got his hands on them now, so I know there's something brewing with that, Jim.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
It's the holidays, and SiriusXM's Doctor Radio is here to help with a healthy holiday survival guide. Enjoy your holiday meals without overdoing it.
Trying to avoid indigestion, bloating, and reflux.
Managing you and your family's mental health.
Seasonal depression, relationship struggles, stress, and burnout.
The Healthy Holiday Survival Guide. All day Friday on SiriusXM's Doctor Radio. Channel 110, or listen on the SiriusXM app. Spread the word. Anyone can enjoy SiriusXM in the car during our Listen Free event, happening now through December 2nd.
Denver Broncos organization is a team that has done a tremendous job.
When it happens in the NFL, we're reacting to it on SiriusXM NFL Radio.
Saquon Barkley, he is special. Howie Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, the owner, they were sitting there just smiling. We have found ourselves a gem.
Get closer to the game with interviews with players, coaches, and executives.
Coach of the Buffalo Bills, Sean McDermott.
We've got the best fans in the NFL and maybe all professional sports.
Nobody covers the game like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
hockey 24/7 on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
The only two players in the history of the National Hockey League to have 600 goals, 1,600 points, 3 Stanley Cups, and 2 Conn Smythes, Wayne and Sid. Just like it absolutely blows your mind how good Sidney Crosby is and how much we take him for granted.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91, and on your schedule with the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Scott Laughlin, and Gord Stellick, along with former NHLer Mike Johnson for NHL Morning Skate, weekday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
Two periods complete here at TD Garden. It's the Bruins and the Penguins tied at 1 as we look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A lot of afternoon action. The Flyers beat the Rangers today 3-1. Minnesota Wild continue their winning ways with a 3-2 win at home today over Chicago. Vancouver went to overtime but beat the Buffalo Sabres 4-3. The overtime winners continued in Washington, a 5-4 win over the Islanders as the Caps come from 2 goals down in the third period. The Florida Panthers, a 6-3 win in Carolina today. Columbus Blue Jackets with a 5-2 victory over the Calgary Flames this afternoon. They went to overtime down in Nashville today as well, with the Tampa Bay Lightning coming out on top 3-2 over the Predators. Also a final, the Kings 2-1 winners in Anaheim, and out west, a wild one. San Jose Sharks put up 8 goals on the Kraken today, an 8-5 final. In Detroit, it was the Devils with a 5-4 win over the Red Wings. 3 games still to come tonight. Winnipeg visiting Vegas. At 9 o'clock start in Dallas, where the Stars will host the Colorado Avalanche, and the Oilers and the Utah Hockey Club get going tonight at 9 o'clock as well. And here
Happy holidays. Welcome to the Nissan year-end sales event. Are you interested in a test drive? Absolutely. Great. Well, there's the new V6 powered Frontier. Oh, the Rogue with an available 12.3-inch touchscreen. All right. Oh, and the all-new Kicks, which has intelligent all-wheel drive. Nice. So, what do you think? Finished with all your holiday shopping?
About to be. Toss me the keys. Let's go.
Hurry in for the best deals of the year, only at the Nissan year-end sales event. Now, get a low $259 per month lease for 36 months on Rogue. Available feature, intelligent all-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Well-qualified lessees, 2024 Rogue S all-wheel drive, $47.69 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 12/2/24.
We all know there's a hurricane season, but hurricanes, evidently, they missed the memo. Same thing with Tornado Alley. Tornadoes are going so far off course, they've hit every New England state in the last 5 years. Start preparing now by talking with an independent agent about safety insurance. Whether it's wind, water, fire, or ice, they'll make sure you're covered no matter what Mother Nature throws at you, including hail. Ow! 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 Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Right now at Wendy's, you can get a small Frosty for just $1, and everyone is going, including you. Just a hunch. The iconic Frosty for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating U.S. Wendy's. Not valid in a combo. Third-party delivery prices may be higher.
The question always comes up, where to take your vehicle for reliable and trustworthy service, whether it's repair or just maintenance. I know just the place. Meineke Car Care is your one-stop shop for total car care. They handle engines, brakes, oil, tires, and yeah, they do mufflers too. Each Meineke is independently owned and operated. That's why I trust them to handle the maintenance of my personal vehicle. Meineke prides itself on providing exceptional customer service. Go to Meineke.com for the location near you and schedule an appointment today. Trust your key with Meineke, doing car care right.
Patriot Place is excited to help you experience the perfect season. Celebrate the return of winter skate and magic of lights, bigger and brighter than ever. Create special memories with family and friends and enjoy dining and entertainment that brings everyone together at Patriot Place.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 47 years straight. Visit buyfordnow.com for great offers. Your New England Ford dealers, a proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Claim based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
This is a black and gold flashback.
The tower shot, Middleton cut right in front from John Raquel, and Boston leads it 2-0 as Middleton gets his first Boston Bruin goal. Intercepted by Middleton over the line. Shifting, shooting, scoring! Number 50 for Rick Middleton. He gets the puck. Ward, Peterson. Portnoy score, Middleton. Peterson and Portnoy set up Middleton for a power play goal to make it 1-0, the 400th career goal for Rick Middleton.
Tonight's black and gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2018. Rick Middleton's number 16 retired by the team in ceremonies before the Bruins took a shootout win over the New York Islanders. It'll be one of quite a few alumni in the building here on Sunday afternoon when the Bruins celebrate their centennial game against the Montreal Canadiens. It'll be a fun time. If you are coming to the game, team is asking you to be in your seats by around 2:45. Ceremony expected to start right around 3 o'clock. By the way, if you will tune in with us on Sunday, for those in the Boston area, we will be over on Country 102.5. We will go on the air right around 3 o'clock as well with the ceremony, and then we'll have a full pregame show. Expect to talk with Commissioner Gary Bettman as part of that. Phil Esposito is going to join us, it sounds like, during the first intermission.
Phil's always entertaining.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
He traded for me and traded me away down in Tampa. Look forward to seeing Phil.
It's going to be a really good time on Sunday as the Bruins celebrate the 100th anniversary of their first game. And just as it was in 1924, it's against a team from Montreal.
They're not called the Maroons, though.
No. Wouldn't be bad to throw the Maroons out there for a day, though. So we've got a 1-1 score as we go to the third period. This is going to be an interesting third period. We talked about the Bruins' struggles at home in the third period. The Penguins have been outscored 13-1 in their last 8 games in the third period.
Well, they've been leaky defensively, but against a lot of teams. But, you know, the Bruins, unfortunately, have been a little leaky defensively today. That last goal illustrated it. Crosby not only won the face-off, and, hey, you can say, well, you know, they need to do a better job of policing that, but I think a lot of good centermen do that. You know, you cheat while you can, and you get away with it, and good on you. But he wins the battle by getting to the puck behind the net after the initial shot was taken and get that pass out for Raquel. You know, so not only does he win the draw twice in a row, but he makes the play from behind the goal line.
Puck played in behind the Bruins net here by Brazo. Lorai fires one out to neutral ice, disrupted by Rust. It'll trickle in on Jari, and he will cover it up. Bruins will get an early attack zone face-off here. Goal by Raquel, the 10th time the Bruins have given up a goal in the final 2 minutes of a period. 7th time it's come in the final minute of a period this year.
Well, after Marchand stopped in front of Jari, you remember a couple of years ago he got that suspension, which was crazy numbers suspension-wise. I think they were just trying to teach him a lesson, because he didn't do much, Jari. But Grizzly came over and gave Marchand a bump, and then Crosby came over. Good friends with both of them.
Right. Face off in the offensive zone. Crosby wins that back in the corner.
He did it again.
Didn't have his stick on the ice for that one either.
Put his stick down for anything.
Nikki in the left wing corner. Still twisted in behind the net, but Letang there pivots away from Pasternak. Up the middle for Crosby. Backhands a floater through neutral ice. Gloved down at center ice by Raquel. Taken away by Pasternak. Zadorov finds Pasta coming through neutral ice. He'll play it toward the right side of the Penguin zone, but taken right off the stick by Pedersen. Up ice it comes, and it's Malkin. Centering pass and backhanded From the slot, wide by O'Connor, who had his back to the net. Carlson throws one to the net. Save made. Swayman covers up the puck at the top of the crease.
Bruins don't get the puck deep at the offensive blue line. Pittsburgh transitions coming right back the other way. They've got bodies in front of the net. And for all the compliments that we gave the Bruins for those first few games and the way that they played defensively, they've kind of gotten away from it a little bit, not only in the Islander game, but here today. So find a different way to win.
Soft win by Coyle comes across the ice. Wotherspoon sends it around behind the net, took a bad hop off the glass. Carlson kept it alive. Centering pass comes all the way through. Beauvillier was in front. Johnson with outlet, sending Coyle back the other direction. It'll angle in toward the net. Jari steers it away off the far boards. And the Penguins will come out of their zone with Pettersson coming toward the near side. Dumps it in around the glass. It's a funny hop there again. Wotherspoon in the far corner. Gives to Frederick. He will send it up the far left wing. Johnson chasing against Pettersson, who beats him to it. Achari just inside the red line. Plays it around Carlo as they collide. McAvoy in the far corner. Pushed it up the wall. It'll come back in deep. Achari trying to get position against Carlo. Kastelik will skate away with the puck. Just over 2 minutes gone by here in the third period. A tie game. Kepke forcing it into the Pittsburgh zone, but St. Ivany helps it around the near boards. Out through neutral ice it comes on Devin Hayes' stick. Mr. Chari, who was headed back for a change. Bruins have it. And a long pass from Lorai ahead to Beecher. Backhands it deep. Jari stops it behind the net. Now keeps it moving on for Letang. Back around the near side. Raquel fires one through neutral ice out of Rust reach, and that'll be an icing against Pittsburgh.
Ryan, did you see the goal against the Washington Capitals the other day?
You mean the goals, the goalie goal?
Yes.
That was part of
I saw Jari come out to play that fight. Much different than it just made me think about it. Unbelievable highlight if you haven't seen it. Charlie Lindgren, Ryan's brother, Charlie Lindgren.
Peak fires a shot. Jari makes the save and covers it.
Came out to play a puck. It was a rolling puck. He came out to play it. All he wanted to do was play the puck behind the net. And he put it into his own net.
Backhanded top shelf.
End-to-end top shelf. Yeah, it was unbelievable. The puck was rolling, so in his defense, but it was pretty fun.
I was watching a video this morning of Spencer Carberry in the Capitals locker room after the game, giving the guys a pep talk and great win and all that, because they did end up winning the game. But his teammates were pretty merciless. Talking about
now that they won,
his first NHL tuck. Gave him the chain as the player of the game and the whole thing for his first NHL goal. Unfortunately, it was into his own net. Puck will come behind the net here for the Penguins. Off the near boards, it gets through Peak and will trickle down into Bruins territory where Swayman sets it up for Zadorov. 3:10 going by here in the third period. Zadorov skates away from pressure from Beauvillier, works it up the left side. Geekie getting around behind Carlson, moving in front. Couldn't get it to his stick in time to shoot. Beauvillier sends it back out through neutral ice, bounced away from Lizotte. Bruins have it back. Carlo from the red line will dump it in. All the way around it goes. Zaka has it on his stick, hands off to Geekie in traffic along the far boards. Came free into the middle, and Pettersson will send ahead for Crosby. Backhands it down the left wing side. Russ getting in after it against Wotherspoon. Crosby involved as well. Carlo won it briefly, but kicked away from him. Here's Crosby now behind the net. Centering pass out in front for Raquel. And the one-timer sticked away by Swayman.
Raquel just finding that soft spot. Again, Bruins around him, but they don't have the coverage down.
Pettersson fumbled it out of the zone. So both teams will get some changes on here as Carlson's back inside the Pittsburgh zone with the puck on his stick. 15:40 to go here in the third. Pettersson, long pass up the right side, kicked deep by O'Connor. Lorai knocks it away from him. Coyle lays it back into the corner, and Lorai is there as he moves behind the net. O'Connor able to wrestle him away from the puck. And now kicks it free onto Malkin out of the right corner. Back to St. Ivany. On to Shea. Left circle. Shot. Save made through the screen of O'Connor. Swayman able to make the glove stop.
A little whack, too. Swayman wasn't too happy with O'Connor hanging around there. Talking to the referee right now about it. I don't know if O'Connor came through his crease, but he was able to pick up that puck through a little bit of traffic.
15-15 to go here in the third period in a 1-1 game. Penguins visiting TD Garden for the only time this year. These two teams will play twice in Pittsburgh, once at the beginning of March and then once in April. St. Ivany sets up Shea for a one-timer, directed on goal, save made by Swayman, and he scrambles to cover the loose puck.
Face-off win by the Penguins, and they get a good chance out of it. Really basic play, right? You get tight up by the blue line, and it's just a little touch pass for a one-timer, and that puck changes direction on the way in. Is that a Chari on that win?
I believe it was.
He just won another one. He puts his stick down, though.
No cheating.
He starts with his stick down. Like I said, we were talking about in between periods. I mean, for years, the Toronto Maple Leafs complained that Patrice Bergeron cheated on face-offs.
Chari is good a player as he is. Probably not going to get the same leeway from the officials as his teammate as the puck comes bouncing in wide of Chari. Chance out in front for Koepke off a feed from Beecher. Now taken by Johnson. Back toward the point for Wotherspoon. Rolled over his stick out of the zone. He gathers it back in quickly and gets it back into the Pittsburgh end as the Bruins will go for a change. 14:20 to go. Third period tie game. Wotherspoon will angle one behind the Bruins net here for Carlo. Pasternak backhands one free. Tapped by Zaka right onto Geekie. Carries into the Pittsburgh zone. Goes into the right wing corner against Grzelcyk. Puck will come back toward Carlo with the blue line. His shot redirected toward the net. Juggling save by Jari. Puck back into play. Here's a one-timer for Pasternak from the right circle. And that one tipped out of play. 13:56 to go in regulation. It's a 1-1 hockey game.
Grzelcyk just got tripped, and Letang is over there. Crosby's over there complaining that there was no penalty.
We'll take a break here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Through the years, welcome your family and friends home with timeless Christmas music and carols on Hallmark Radio.
It's the most wonderful time.
A channel that fills the season of giving and gathering with sounds of warmth and good cheer.
You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear
Hallmark Radio on Channel 105 through Christmas Day, or listen at home with the Sirius XM app, along with dozens of other holiday channels and specials.
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this NFL season.
Jameis Winston and the Cleveland Browns head to Denver to finish Week 13 of the NFL season. Can the Browns play spoiler again and beat another playoff contender in the AFC, or cover the 7-point spread? We'll break it all down. Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio, Channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Join me, Fort Stellick, and Scott Laughlin as we recap the night that was on NHL Morning Skate, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio, Sirius XM 91.
The biggest names in the game.
Trying to get behind, wrist the line, and walks in, put it between his legs, shoots it, score!
NHL Play-by-Play on Sirius XM. The best hockey lives here.
Burns gets it back, stick handles to the backhand, moves in front, score!
NHL Play-by-Play on Sirius XM.
$13.56 left in regulation. Tie game. David Pasternak with a great opportunity just before the break.
Yeah, breakdown defensively by the Penguins, and Pasternak finds himself wide open in that right wing circle for the one-timer. You know, going back, we were saying that, you know, you give up that goal with less than a second to go in the second period. But you go back to the last game that they just played against the New York Islanders, right? And they give up the goal with under 10 seconds to go in the period, and they bounce back with a really strong third.
Right. Puck in deep here behind the Pittsburgh net. Grzelcyk will play it around the far board. Zadorov pinching in against Crosby. Can't make the play, but they will regain in the neutral ice. McAvoy gives to Elias Lindholm. Through the red line now in across the Pittsburgh blue. Around the boards to the far side for Marchand. Try to reverse it back in behind the net. Letang has it back for the Penguins. Behind the net it comes to Grzelcyk, and off the near boards it's taken by Crosby. Played it through the neutral ice. That's going to be an icing here against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's hockey season. The perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
So an attack zone face-off here with 13-14 to go in the third and a tie game. Charlie Coyle in the first period gave the Bruins the lead. Ricard Raquel, lone goal scorer for the Penguins. Hickey will take the face-off against Crosby, who just slaps it out of the zone.
And I will say that he had his stick down before he did that.
Pasternak played it toward the Pittsburgh end, but controlled by Pettersson. 7 minutes gone here in the third period. Here's Malkin stepping across the Boston line. Steals it across to the near side, and the shot from the top of the face-off circle by Tomasino. Malkin chasing one along the far boards. It'll be played back around by Carlson. Waiting for it at the near point, Pettersson gives to Tomasino. He throws one in front. O'Connor there providing the screen. Kicked around in front of Swayman. Now O'Connor in a wrestling match with Peak. Swayman gives him a shot as well. Here's Tomasino, left circle shot, score! Philip Tomasino able to give the Penguins a 2-1 lead here in the third.
Yeah, he had Peak and Lohrei out there. The initial shot that came, or pass that came through, was actually blocked away. A lot of commotion in front of the net with O'Connor and Swayman, but eventually this puck's going to be thrown to the net, and then the Bruins, they've got a couple guys covering one on the far side of the net when this puck eventually goes in. So O'Connor initially causing all kinds of commotion with Swayman giving him a shove, Peak trying to pull him off, and eventually this puck is rotated around, but Peak and Lohrei both go to O'Connor and allow the shot to come from the middle.
Swayman was able to get reset after all that before the shot came his way. So it's a 2-1 Penguins lead here. First for Tomasino in his second game as a Penguin after he was traded over from Nashville earlier this week. Puck goes out of play in the Bruins zone here.
They had 4 shots in the first 2 periods. But this is a breakdown by the Bruins defense. I mean, the 2 defensemen go to O'Connor.
They just both clear out the middle, right? I mean, it's Tomasino's wide open.
I mean, it wasn't the only mistake, but
face-off win here for the Penguins. Pettersson from the left point will play it down the wall. Wotherspoon takes away from Rust, sends around the far boards. Marchand waits for it. He will clear it across ice, giving chase both Brazo and Lindholm, but played back in here for the Penguins. 12 minutes to go in regulation, and the Bruins trail for the first time today. Brazo works his way back into the Pittsburgh zone to Marchand. Backhander saved by Jari.
Hit him off the mask.
I think it might have.
It was a backhand by Marchand, a quick one off the pass from Brazo coming into the zone.
Pettersson from the near circle. Bruins changing. Has plenty of time to get out of the zone. He'll play one in towards Swayman. Blockers it away from his crease. McAvoy to Carlo. Banks a pass ahead for Frederick along the near boards. He'll play it down the circle. But St. Ivany takes it around behind his net. Gets the clear. Left down by Zadorov. Sticks it along for Frederick. He plays it down the left wing boards. But Lizotte back to get it. Takes a hit from Frederick. Puck comes to Beauvillier and lifted up toward the blue line, but not out. Zadorov gloves it down, shoots it around behind Jari, who stops it, sends it back toward Lizotte far side. Pass out toward the middle was knocked away by Johnson. Now Charlie Coyle will take away at center ice. He'll bring to the Pittsburgh line along with Frederick. Sends it deep. Frederick trying to one-hand it back in front. Taken away. Letang takes a hit along the near boards. And Koepke freeing that puck up. Goes across ice. Kastelik had it knocked off his stick. Fired across ice by Lohrei, but redirected. Goes high up off the glass. Bruins keep it deep. Frederick trying to get it in front for Kastelik. Instead, steered away toward the far boards by Malkin. And it'll get through Lori at the blue line and out. 10.5 to go here in the third. 2-1 Penguins have the lead. Lori to Peak up the right side for Kastelic. Deep it goes to Beecher in the right wing corner. Moved it past Letang behind the net. Comes back toward Beecher. He'll send it back to the right point for Peak. Peak shot hit Kastelic. He turns around and fires the loose puck off the outside of the net. Kepke played it toward the back of the net. Kastelic goes crashing into Letang back there. Letang able to maintain possession for the moment. Kastelic digging in between the legs of Letang, able to win it back. Comes behind the net against Grzelcyk and then lost his edge, did Kastelic. Kepke gets taken down by Tomasino and no call, except for the 18,000 plus officials in the stands. Peak at the blue line will lift one high up into the air, and it goes into the netting over the end wall. 9:42 to go in regulation. Bruins down 2-1 to the Penguins. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on the 2025 Honda CR-V and a 3.9% APR on the 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hockey season means it's Pulis boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Pulis boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PulisBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Pulis Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 1.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Passport and a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or Ridgeline.
See dealer for financing details.
9:42 to go. Penguins 2 and the Bruins 1. Fans score big on your favorite Bruins merch this weekend with the Pro Shop powered by 47's Black Friday Cyber Monday blowout sale. It's going on now through Monday at midnight. Save 20% off plus free shipping. Just visit BostonProShop.com and get your shopping done now. Attack zone face-off. Controlled here by the Penguins, and it'll be lifted up and out of the zone by Pedersen. Glove down by Achari near the Boston blue line. He gets it in across the line, but Zadorov will steer it right back out. And Pasternak, full head of steam, coming to the Penguin line. Takes a shot wide of the net to the glove side on Jari. Back out of the zone, and McAvoy skates back onto it.
Yeah, they made the change a little while ago with the D pairs. They had Peak and Lori playing together, but they got victimized on that last goal, and they got Zadorov playing with McAvoy.
Pasternak handing off to Lindholm in the far corner. They come around behind the net. Pushed up the near side wall. It's Raquel. Linked in to the Bruins zone. Took a long hop off the end wall. Zadorov there to play it. Zacha gets tangled up along the near boards. Turned over. Raquel with a shot straight on. Stopped by Swayman. Bruins looking to clear the rebound. Zacha's effort gets blocked. Lindholm gets it out. Boston getting some changes on. Pittsburgh will do the same. 8:40 to go. Grzelcyk with a deflected pass that comes into the Boston end. Parker Wotherspoon backhands it around the near boards. Brazo along the wall. Gives back to Carlo. Floated one out of the zone. Marchand couldn't knock it out of the air. Came for Brazo just inside the Pittsburgh line. Coyle sends one toward the front. Here's Marchand with it. Right circle. Back to Carlo. One-timer. Save made. Rebound. Coyle trying to tuck it around a fallen Jari. And it's knocked away at the last moment by a sliding Letang.
Letang saved a goal. I mean, that puck's wide. That net's wide open. Letang slides to keep that puck out of the net. The initial shot hit Grzelcyk. He just limped to the bench, but Letang saves the goal there.
Arlo sent one across to the far side for Wotherspoon. Long pass directed into the Pittsburgh zone by Brazo. They head off as part of a chain. 7:48 to go. Dump in by Shea. Swayman stops it on his backhand. Wheels it back around toward the near side. Frederick takes it off the wall. Brings it out into the neutral zone. Holding off Lazat with one arm. Plays the puck ahead. And now goes in after it. Gets a hit on St. Ivany. But the Penguins will control it. Lazat lifting it high into the air. Glove down by Lorai at center ice. Brings it to the Pittsburgh line. Sends it hard around the boards. Kiki poked it off the wall. But nobody there to take advantage. And Bunting will lead the Penguins forward. Bunting tried to shoot from the top of the right circle. Smothered by Lorai. Off the far boards, it came back toward Bunting. He gets knocked down in a collision with Tyler Johnson. They're roughing each other up along the far wall. Here's Pedersen centering right through the crease. And we get a whistle and a penalty coming up.
I don't know if they're going to take both of them or just one. That pass was intended for Chari in front of the net.
Be a power play for the Bruins, holding the stick against Michael Bunting. Third man advantage tonight for Boston. And a chance to try to tie this game with 7:03 to go.
Coyle looking for his second goal of the game. He's got Jari down and out, and Letang slides to keep this puck out. It was either going to be Coyle or Brazo that was going to score this goal, but Letang keeps it out.
So it's 7:03 left. Attack zone faceoff. Lindholm, Zacha, Marchand, Pasternak, McAvoy. On the power play unit. Lindholm wins it back to the point here for McAvoy. Walks it along the blue line toward the far side. Now takes a shot, and Jari cradles it against his body.
Pasternak wanted that right off the bat. Like as soon as that puck got back, he was looking for it. And then when McAvoy started backing towards that left side, and Pasternak kind of rotated down towards the net. He's got people in front. You know, Marchand's right there along with the tank.
7 seconds gone on the power play chance. Puck pulled toward the end wall now by the Penguins. Around the near side it comes. McAvoy pinching in against Nieto. Marchand takes a bump from Letang. Gets tripped up. Still able to play the puck along for Lindholm. Back to McAvoy it comes now. McAvoy over to the far side. Pasternak one-timer blocked by Achari.
Achari was sitting on that one.
Zacha gives it back to McAvoy. Over to the right circle for Marchand. Marchand plays it to Zacha from the corner. Back to Marchand at the hash marks. Goes all the way across. One-timer Pasternak. Achari the save. Rebound knocked away from Lindholm. Achari kicking it in behind the net. Pedersen will rocket one around the boards and all the way down ice. 1:10 to go on the power play. 6:10 to go in regulation. 2-1, Pittsburgh leads it. McAvoy hits Pasternak coming out of his own zone. From the red line, passed off toward the left side. Intercepted by Rust. Bruins have it right back here with McAvoy from the red line, and he'll drive it in. All the way around it goes. It's St. Ivany backing it up behind his net. Shot up the near wall. Good play by Johnson to keep in. Gloves it to his stick. Sends over to Marchand. Now Pasternak down low. Marchand at the top of the circle, backing off toward the blue line. Gives to Pasternak just outside the dot. He'll bring it back to the line. 33 to go on the power play. Marchand out of the corner. Centering pass broken up. Lindholm, a turnaround shot, went just wide. Marchand, top of the circle. Over to Pasternak. Settles it. Deals it back to McAvoy. High slot to Pasternak. One touch across ice looking for Marchand. Picked off by Shea, and he clears. 14 to go on the power play. Swayman hands it off behind the Bruins net to Lorai. Finds Coyle coming up ice. Dumps it in over Jari's head off the back wall. Achari has a chance to clear. He will. Power play is over as Bunting's out of the box. And we are under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Bruins moving from left to right as Pete gives over to Lorai, trying to stick handle his way into the Penguin zone. Carlson shot it off the far wall. Penguins have it. Moving ahead, here's Crosby. Crosby in the right circle. Low shot, saves Swayman. Gathers in the rebound and gets the whistle. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left, and the Bruins down a goal here on home ice on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Get Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid and a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic Hybrid.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
DQ presents the sound of your next DQ meal. It's the sound of savoring a signature stack burger, chicken strip basket, or $7 meal deal. Oh, it's quiet because they're too busy enjoying their DQ food. Grab yours at participating U.S. locations today. DQ, happy tastes good.
Get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Honda CR-V and a 3.9% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio.
Hockey lives here.
With a shot turned out and poked wide by Aho. He swings a wrap around.
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
4 minutes and 40 seconds to go here at TD Garden. It's a 2-1 Penguins lead. Face-off coming up deep in Bruins territory down to our left. Philip Tomasino's first as a Penguin from Evgeny Malkin at 7:26 of the third period is the difference in this game. But backhanded through neutral ice here, chased along the far side wall by Beecher. Now Frederick goes to get it along the far side hash marks of the Penguin zone. Taken away and brought back behind the net for Pettersson. Out to neutral ice, Carlo played it back in on a delayed offside. Penguins will have a chance to clear. Rust redirecting a pass around Carlo. Swayman goes back behind the net and gives it to Zadorov. 4 minutes even to play. Bruins making some changes up ice. Zadorov gives it up for Pasternak. Up through neutral ice. Cutting to the right wing side. Gets around Malkin. Pasternak throws one to the net. Jari the save and covers it up.
Yeah, make sure he controls the rebound as well. Even from a sharp angle, right? That puck can easily get away from Jari. Pasternak's not looking to score. He's throwing the puck towards the net. He's got some bodies getting there. And if that puck gets away from Jari, out past the C, makes the save, but if it gets out past his reach, then all of a sudden there's a loose puck and there's a fire to put out in front for the Penguins. But he's been in control tonight. He made some good saves. You know, only that one shot early in the game beats him. He's had there's a little swimming there on the Coyle chance when Letang bailed him out, but you know, there was a lot going on in front of him.
Puck comes out through neutral ice here, and it'll be Nieto chasing it in deep to the Bruins zone to get there first. Lorai backhands it out of the corner. Nieto picks that one off and sweeps it back in behind Swayman. Around to Hazel on the far side circle. Shoved by Lindholm. Nieto in the right corner. McAvoy able to win it back. Got it to Zacha. Hands it off into the middle here for Lindholm, bringing it forward. Pass off to the left side. Zacha had to pick it up off of Karam. Gets it deep into Penguins territory, but on a delayed offside. So the Bruins have to tag up. Penguins will have plenty of space here.
He's made a bunch of changes up front, trying to get something out of their offensive group.
Dumped in around the boards. Pete backs it up for Zadorov. Around the far side, here's Geekie. From the red line, backhands it deep. Coyle with a full head of steam to get in there against Pettersson. Off the far board, Zadorov keeps it in deep again for Geekie. Around the near side for Pete. Threw one in front. Save made. Rebound. Geekie had a chance at it. And Carlson got in the way.
He got in the way. I don't think he blocked it almost by mistake.
On the far boards, Geekie and Coyle trying to keep it free, and they do. Zadorov walks it along the blue line under pressure from Lizotte. Backhands it for Pete along the near boards. Now Coyle wrestling with Pettersson in deep. Geeky involved there as well. Lazat looking to clear. Zadorov able to knock that down and keep it in. Tried to throw it to the net, hit a leg, and kicked on to Carlson with 2:13 to go.
So, and I thought they might pull Swayman there, but now you're under 2 minutes, or coming up on 2 minutes to go here in this third period. You have the personnel out there. We're going to pull Sway. Here he comes now.
He's headed for the bench. Extra attacker will come on. Zaka down the left wing side. Pulls up at the hash mark. Sends it around the near boards. Reaching out for it over here. Pasternak couldn't get it corralled. It will go all the way back down ice, but it will be a Penguins icing here with 1:49 to go.
Yeah, the Penguins got fresh bodies out there. Now you have to ask yourself, do you take the time out? Yeah, Geeky had to say, you know what? I'll give Carlson credit. He got over there and got the block. And he's a guy that can block some shots. Sometimes that means he's stuck in his own zone, but that was a rebound chance off the shoulder of Jari, and Carlson got over there to get in the shooting lane. So you've had two huge blocks, one by Letang and now one by Carlson to keep this a 2-1 game.
Joe Sacco did indeed use his timeout here with 1:49 left. 2 assists tonight for the Bruins on that Charlie Coyle goal back in the first period. With those feeds, Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donating another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. So Bruins down 2-1 with 1:49 to go. They'll bring out a 6-man unit with Pasternak, Zaka, Marchand, Lindholm, Lohrei, and McAvoy. Along with Raquel and Rust, Brislick and Letang, the D pairing. Face off near circle down to our right. Lindholm against Crosby. See if he gets the stick down on the ice. Both guys a little anxious. Yeah. Warning for Lindholm.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Stick down there. Face off win by Lindholm. McAvoy over to Lohrei. Takes the shot. Save made, rebound as Jari got knocked down in front. Bruins can't keep it in the zone. McAvoy will chase it back.
Lost 2 battles right there after that rebound goes over to the boards.
McAvoy circles in front of the empty net with 90 seconds to go. Up the left side, a pass to Zaka. Rips it around the boards in the Penguins zone. Lindholm goes into the corner against Grzelcyk. Rattled around the far boards. Lohrei waits for it at the left point. Over to McAvoy near side. Shot redirected in front by Lindholm. Near side boards. Zaka back around behind the net. Pasternak chases it down left wing side. Lohrei to McAvoy, back to Lohrei. Again to McAvoy stepping in. Far side. Pasternak save made. And the rebound. Swing and a miss by Zaka as he tried to knock that one down.
Right over his stick.
McAvoy played it back down the right wing wall. Letang has it on his stick with 52 seconds left. Puck comes bouncing free, far circle, and Pettersson steers it off the boards in front of the Penguins bench. Out to neutral ice. McAvoy right back in across the line. Backhanded deep here by Marchand. A chance in front. Taken away. Achari can't get it cleared past Lohrei. Pivots away from Achari with 35 to go. Here's Pasternak backing toward the front of the net. Gets taken down by Nieto. Puck off the far boards and out.
Paddled down again by Jari. He's done that a couple times here today.
Marchand to Tyler Johnson. In across the line. Marchand's going to be whistled offside with 23 seconds left.
A close call. Some good chances. Nice move by Lohrei out at the point. Eventually going to get this puck down low, but a couple deflections. One hops over the stick on a rebound chance there for Zaka. That was a one-timer from the left wing side from Pasternak. Pasternak tried to bring this puck to the front of the net, and it's the paddle of Jari's stick that prevents it from getting to the front. He said he's done that a couple times here today. Been alert. Come under a lot of criticism this year, but he's done the job here today.
23.1 to go. Face-off win by Coyle. Lohrei will shoot it around behind Jari. Came out in front. Here's Coyle with a chance. Right through the crease. Lohrei to McAvoy. Right circle. Centering pass for Geeky. First one was blocked. Second one blocked as well by Pettersson. 6 seconds to go. Puck thrown back in front. It'll go into the far corner. Pasternak wide angle shot. Save made by Jari as the siren sounds. And the Penguins, with a third period goal by Philip Tomasino, will